And we are live once again with another episode of Wild Beyond the Witchlight, the Jumping Junipers. Last session, the party have explored one of the O-wells and discovered the bogwort. They pulled them out of the area situation. Cursed individual is now left somewhere in the swamp with enough food that they'll be alright for a while. And you ventured on to find the inn at the end of the road. There you met a old druid by the name of Sue Harabax. Seems like she's roamed the realm of Prismir many times, but has since been sort of trapped here. The mists dividing the realms stops her from traveling back and forth between thither and yon. And so here she sinks in the mud. She continuously moves so as not to be completely submerged. And you asked many a question about the nature of this place, and she told you that it's not always been this way, ever since the exchange of hands, so to speak. They don't know what's happened to Zaelong, but they imagine it can't be something good. She offered you rooms, and you paid for them in the form of trinkets, riddles, songs, and helping around the actual inn itself. Clean up things, clean up plates. And it seems you've actually given the strange demonic dretch a new home here for the time being. Still mysterious as to how that thing got here and what their true purpose is, but eventually they came to be known as Jealousy. Then, as you went to your rooms, you heard there was another patron coming through the door. A familiar face for one Ulric, but they couldn't see eyes on them. Probably for the best, actually, lest they might go into a fit of rage and break the rule of hospitality. One Zargash, a seemingly creepy old necromancer who made Sue very uncomfortable. It seems like she owes him something, some sort of debt, which he cashed in for a room. He is also clearly looking for Mr. Sir Talavar, the poor caged fairy dragon. Although you gave Elmer a heads up via a telepathic message so that they know to keep them safe, keep them hidden. Otherwise, Zargash will get their talons on him. During the night, you were nearly strangled to death by a tree, but it turns out that, Garreth, this tree it belongs to another forest. They know pretty well thither, and they said that if you can deal with the woodsman, they will make you a friend of the forest.
Wait, he strangled me? I thought he was tucking me in.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was certainly just hugging you and giving you a good night pat. That's right. Also, they mentioned the gigantic tree in the middle of thither was one of the one of the most ancient trees was chopped down as well by the woodsman, and they are in pain. They are screaming out and apparently being corrupted. They can feel their roots writhing around in the ground. So whatever that means, sounds bad, but yeah, that's the information you got. You looked for Baird during the night and couldn't find them for some reason, but they eventually showed up in the morning, thankfully. And you discussed plans as to where to go next. Have a look at the old hex. I believe you decided you wanted to go straight into the maze. Oh yes, also Sue created an ointment for the two warty boys, which you found from collecting the eyebrights. You ran into some hobgoblins as well, who were on stilts. They were collecting eggs, and they told you the way to get to Downfall, which is to follow the streams of visions back the way they came from.
Did
What was your question?
we go north first, or did we go straight to the causeway?
That's up to you. You can decide now. You've basically got a view from the top of the inn, and as you looked out, you could see multiple different directions you could go in.
Before we go anywhere, I have a question. Because about this after the end of last session. So the eye bright thing has to be applied once a day for 3 days running, right?
Yeah.
What classifies as a day here?
Well, thankfully Sue is a human, and you take that to mean basically every 24 hours.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to clarify before we got like 3 sessions away and then just gone, wait. That's fine.
It's a good question to ask, because if it was a fey creature, they would probably give you a different time period.
Thank you for being my lawyer. So I should have asked that.
It's just I thought about. I was like, they don't have days.
Yeah,
I assume it's gonna be every long rest.
Well, that's what I thought, but I wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
In case we left and suddenly it's a case of, now what do we do?
I mean, Sue did make it clear that they are not native to the Feywild. Thankfully.
Now,
is Chadnir still dancing?
Oh yeah, he's completely cursed. He's not cursed, but the blue string that he plucked on his harp has definitely given him some weird magic he's had to deal with.
He's blessed with orange justice. It's fine.
Now, I'm trying to find the full art for Sue, and it evades me. But it's actually pretty good. She's, as you're like about to leave, she does say like, if you do come back, I'll be having rabbit stew. I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Wait, they eat the herring on you?
Oh no, silly. She pulls out an actual rabbit and holding it up by its ears.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She gives you a sly grin.
What a bad time to suggest eating rabbit stew.
Oh.
Dude, I know. I was like, whoa.
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
Are we that hostile?
Hey, I'm down.
Man, where is it? Because she's actually holding up a rabbit in the art. It's hilarious. There's it specifically for that.
So
where do you want to head to, Junipers?
We can either head north first, and then or we could head to the other Harangon that we had left to lead us along the causeway.
Well, I guess it comes down to how bad are we thinking this this tollway's gonna be. Should we try to be as fresh as possible, right?
Probably. We can also explore other places since I don't know about that look in Ulric's eye, but it looks a little dull right now.
He looks a little distant. Yes, unfortunately, no Ulric today. Well, the Ulric is here, but yeah.
So we could reevaluate and deal with these empty tiles that are on the bottom as well.
Yeah, maybe we should save the tollway for another day, and we should maybe just get some ground. How does that sound to you guys?
It works for me.
Yeah.
What happens if we go?
Okay.
Oh. Okay. Which area are we going to?
I think we wanted to knock out these two in the corner, right?
We could go there, yeah. I think it wouldn't hurt to kind of explore this southern area.
And then maybe after these two, we can go to these 4 in the corner.
Yeah.
Because it seems like downpour is up to the top left.
Yeah.
Was it downfall?
Downfall, downpour. Look, I'm not from here.
Downpour is somewhere else. I'm pretty sure.
That's another place? Dude.
It's downfall, but yeah.
Downfall, yeah. Downfall's that way, so we should
Mhm.
probably stay clear that way.
Okay, if we're going here. There?
Yep.
Yes. Then. We go. Why can't I ping?
You.
There. And then
Just hold down.
move. There.
Well,
Oh,
you're pinging off.
you
You're pinging
picked
off
up
the
the
map
map. Yes.
over here. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we can
Oh,
do
I
that.
see.
Like,
The wrap
you know,
around.
You can.
Yeah,
Yeah. You wouldn't know to do that if I hadn't told you. But
that is true.
you know what I mean? Yeah, I wanted to let you know because otherwise players might not even try, right? So, but yes, you can basically appear from one side of Hither to the other because you will see there are like a load of mists as you near the edge of the swamp. But as you kind of merge into them, you kind of find yourself getting lost and then end up back in the swamp. And normally that would lead on to other lands, but it seems as though this divided realm is going to swell you back into another portion of it. And Sue would have outlined that and explained it to you because she's tried herself. She tried moving the inn back to the forest, and lo and behold, she's ended up somewhere else in the swamp.
Okay. I do think starting down here would be pretty solid because we can traverse places we've been pretty easily, especially with the raft.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. So, which one did you want to start with?
I think this one, right? Start going for the completionist run.
Why not?
Okay.
I mean,
Can we mark that we
wait.
haven't visited this tiles just so we don't forget we haven't visited it?
I don't think we haven't,
Sure.
we haven't
I can do
visited
this
either,
for you.
right?
Yeah. I think that's what they're saying.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Right.
great technique.
They're foggy.
Yeah. I'll just lower the opacity for you. There we go.
Oh,
All right. Where would you like to go? Sorry. So back on yourselves, or you're gonna go to here and
yeah.
We
you're gonna
can.
recall? You're gonna go back on yourselves, yeah?
mhm.
Yeah, why not? We have the.
Okay. Interesting. All right. So you spend a little while backtracking then, in that case, and make your way all the way down to the bottom.
Hey,
Oh man, this is
jealousy.
a diversion.
Jealousy's
Yeah.
with
Oh,
us.
jealousy's get it back there. Go on, get.
I know you want companionship. There's plenty of new people to meet there.
Yeah, they did look a little sad and solemn when you were all dancing together in the inn, but they do look a little bit more content now, and they gave you a wave from the window as you made your way back the way you came. All right.
Garreth did
So I
pull
wasn't
them into
expecting.
dance with us at least.
Yeah.
So this is interesting because I wasn't expecting you to go back on yourselves and enter into the other unexplored parts. Though this is fine. We can
It's-
roll on the table.
Oh, sorry. We did try to change our plans from last session.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I did have the toy ready, but that's fine. You can. I get what you're doing because you want Ulric to be there for that. That's fine. Okay. And it makes sense with Gareth's survival roll because you do get a little bit lost apparently. This actually
Whoa.
makes total sense. So I imagine that the tollway does indeed completely screw you over. There is so many bridges that even if as you attempt to try and go onto them, you end up following one bridge and it curves all the way around, and you find yourself kind of going back on yourself in a circle. And so you deliberately try to take a path that doesn't seem intuitively the right way and branches off in a totally different direction. And eventually you end up down here, having gone back on yourselves. The tollway has completely disorientated you. Vaike, as you're going through here, you feel a slight stabbing sensation in your palms. It's probably just a mental, a sort of phantom pain. It's maybe just your mind playing tricks on you, because as you go through these swampy areas, you actually do see these long, rooty vines twisting around the trees, and the thorns that are sticking out of them just kind of give that same sensation that you once had in the carnival when you were holding your sword, and it felt like thorns stabbed out at you in your hands. And these also look like the same kind of vines that wrapped around the slanty tower and like dragged it down.
Oh no.
As you're going
Nope.
through, yeah, afraid so. You're going through here, start to see several of the roots slightly twisting and contorting in your direction.
What?
And towards your little raft. And now they're slow moving, as you would expect for roots, but they do indeed start to threaten your raft. What do you do?
Do we see anything of interest on the path ahead of us?
This place has been strangled, and anything that would have been interesting has likely been dragged down below the swamp, but you can make a perception check if you would like to look for specifically something that might still be poking out of the mud.
Maybe. Let's see. Well, I ain't see
Nope,
nothing.
the best you can see is maybe like some sort of wheel of maybe a wagon, but there's no wagon to complement it, and that's just sinking in. With a 18, you do see there is some planks of wood and what looks to be like the top of a housing. It's like roof tiles and like shattered windows, and several of the planks have been kind of like stuck in a tree that's also just sunk down and been crushed. And as you get nearer, you can see that they are very tiny little houses, far too small to be that of a human's dwelling.
Oh.
This is
Pixie
the
village.
fairies. This is the Pixie Village.
Oh,
I also imagine we've walked up, we've gotten to this tree, and we're just looking down onto this tiny little area.
Tiny little houses. They are all kind of dotted around.
Does there look like a
But
point
is
of
there-
origin to these vines? Or are they kind of just coming from
Good.
everywhere?
That's also a good question, because it does appear like this, for one reason or another, only appears to be in this section of the swamp and is like expanded out from it. And you could make another perception check for that instead. A separate check.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Does anybody have anything to help me with this?
If you fail, I can give you Bardic. If you fail,
Alright. If I fail.
I'm
You
not going to
definitely
use
failed.
Bardic on that.
I did fail.
We can
Okay.
all look.
sorry, what are we
Yeah,
looking
you
for?
can.
We're looking for an origin to the vines as Vaike is staring at his shoes.
And I will say, we'll use we'll use branches and things whenever a vine gets too close. We'll push away from that vine, staying at a.
I'll punch him.
If you have to,
Hmm.
don't punch them unless you need to.
Hey, if they start touching the ship, I'll kick them off.
12.
And we'll try to stay moving so that way. No.
Okay. And Zay, yep.
Rather than looking for the origin of the vines, can I look out for snakes? I really don't want another snake encounter.
Okay, keeping an eye out for snakes. Yeah, no problem. There are some distinguishing features between thorns and snakes. It just was so well hidden underneath them all that
Notice, is
bottom
there any
last time.
emotions
Okay.
or anything in this area?
Do I
There
see
is
anything?
once, yeah. What's happening is as the roots near closer and closer towards the raft, one of them does kind of reach up towards it, and then as soon as Vaike punches it or kicks it away, you suddenly see there is an emotion because they're living things after all. These trees, these roots, and they suddenly go in a little bit of a red hue. I think that's the. Yeah, I think that's the correct color. They look angry. Suddenly they have not just one or two roots, but a lot of the roots begin to converge in on the raft. And as you're looking for some sort of origin, the only other thing you can see, perhaps, of where they're coming from is up on a nearby kind of landmass, just like a hillock. There is a frog. Yes, just a giant frog sat squat there. Now, the roots aren't necessarily coming from them. They're just sat there, but the roots certainly aren't attacking them. They just sort of sit in the middle of them as all these roots kind of twist and move around them. And they're just blinking nonchalantly as if this were just a normal part of the swamp. That's what you see, Baird, out of everything. And for your one, Vaike, you probably just brush it off as that can't be right.
Yeah, can't be right.
Maybe
we should get the boat out of here. The vines are coming quicker, so maybe we should try going on foot.
Let the vines grab us.
They didn't grab us at the tower. I don't know.
They might be different vines.
Are they different vines?
They aren't different vines. They look similar in structure, and they definitely remind you of the ones that grabbed a hold of the tower. Though, Notus, did you want to try something real quick?
Can I climb a tree? Is there one nearby that I can just climb to the top of?
Yes, absolutely. There's a coiling of the vines around the trees, but yes, you can do so.
I'm gonna do so, but I'm like, after I've seen the plant is angry, I'm just gonna be like, excuse me, like, and apologize to the.
Excuse me,
coming
through.
Yeah, basically.
I'll tell you the Sylvan word for it in case you want to know it, in case that would be helpful.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check, actually, Notus.
What the hell? You talking to the plants now?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be polite.
Okay.
I can give bardic manners, but
that is a fail. But they don't seem to be coming after you, Notus. But your attempt to apologize on behalf of Vaike doesn't seem to have worked. The vines continue to try and latch on to the actual boat itself. Vaike, what did you want to do? Sorry? I think you was trying something? No. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm confused now. Notus is climbing a tree, wasn't they? Okay.
Yep.
I don't think it likes construction.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So maybe we should get the boat out of here.
It's tried to pull down the tower. It's obviously taken down these buildings. It's trying to kill the raft. I think we need to put the raft away.
Yeah,
okay, we can put the raft in the hole.
But we gotta get out of here first, or else the vines. We gotta put it in reverse.
Yeah, I'll put the raft in the hole, and we can go.
Wait, do we have a surface to put a hole on?
It just has to be flush on a surface. It doesn't necessarily have to be. Like, it could be the surface of the water by technicality.
Does it not say solid surface on the hole?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It just says the ground, if I'm recalling correctly. Portable hole. That's portable ramp. Portable hole. It says you can use an action to unfold or place it against a solid surface. That's literally a solid surface. So as long as it is against that, it can be opened.
Yeah.
Now, solid. So, yeah, technically not water, but it could be against, like, a tree, even.
Yeah.
Which is kind of bizarre. It would wrap around it slightly.
Mm-hmm. Whatever we can find. just real
That
quick,
would-
and
I'll tell you what, then. That hillock where the frog is one. Because I mentioned that's kind of emerged. It's like raised above the swamp.
Can
As
we make
you try to
it
get
there?
to this hillock, yeah, you can. You can try to get there. So as you do, Vaike, I need you to give me a strength saving throw, as this root retaliates from the punch or kick that you get delivered to it.
Well, hater. Okay. There we go.
Oh yeah, that's your strength. That's your strong suit. You can see
I'm
the
good at
root
one
tries to
thing.
grab your leg. It's true. The root grabs a hold of your leg and tries to entangle you and drag you into the swamp, but you're able to wrestle free and again continue to kick it away. More of the vines continue to
Hey, pal.
converge on this area.
Baird will tell Vaike to apologize.
Look, man. I'm sorry. No hard feelings. I didn't want you up on the boat. We can smooth this over. No harm, no foul. All right, let's just get to the hill. We'll put the boat away. All right, man.
Roll another persuasion check, Vaike, and Garreth as well, actually, because you are also saying something in Sylvan. And Vaike, you're 13, okay. And then Garreth got still rolling. Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a public roll. That's cool.
I can give a
well,
bardic inspo to Garreth. Or maybe
you'd
Vaike
like
would be
to.
better.
If
Who do you
would
think would be
like to,
better?
you can.
Maybe fake.
Okay, I'll give it. to
So
Vaike.
we have at least one save, one success.
All right, what am I rolling? A D6 here?
Yep.
You
Oh,
are.
6.
There you go.
Okay.
Most persuasive man ever.
So, at first, you see ugly weeds and thorny, flowerless vines all sprouting up out of the water and converging on you. And as soon as Bear lets out this small ditty to effectively soothe the roots and keep your voice kind of almost in tune with nature, you start to instead see a small collection of fireflies gather and dance nearby as you're using this. And the smell of stagnant water abates for just a second as you smell a gentle breeze of like some sort of sweet scent. Actually, it smells like honey. And that persists for a bit longer as well, I'm going to say. So you do reach the landmass, and you manage to get down the portable hole and stuff the raft into it. The frog that's sat here as well is staring, it kind of like positioned, like when frogs can like hop on the spot and then position themselves again, almost as if they're following a fly. They do that, and they seem to look directly at Vaike.
Do I notice this?
Oh yeah, you've been keeping your eye on this thing because you believe it's the source of the roots.
Yeah. Can I step to the right? Does it like follow me?
Yeah, it does. You step
Can I
over.
step to the
follows you
left?
again.
Does it follow me? It's like looking into a mirror.
Wait, it doesn't necessarily copy you. It just keeps its eyes on you. Looks at you, follows your direction. Is what I'm saying. If you did a full circle around it, it spins around.
It's
Yeah.
the warts. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
I still say it looks like looking into a mirror.
Oh,
I
it
too
does
once-
feel a bit like it. Yeah,
I too once
guess
was a
when
frog.
Oh, now that you're talking about it, I can see the resemblance.
I'll look forward. I'll talk to this frog, and I'll lean down and go. Would you happen to be a polymorphed adventurer? Would you?
You
like-
asked the frog this?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Wait,
yeah,
it's
here we
big,
go.
right? It's like a big frog.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It just lets out a ribbit.
Ribbit,
But a giant
ribbit.
frog is indeed pretty big. I think a giant
Mhm.
frog is something like.
I-
Let me just check.
I-
I think it's a large creature.
I can cast Speak with Animals if that's something we want
Oh,
to
no.
do.
Can you please cast
It's
on me?
a-
I want to talk to this frog so bad, please.
I don't think I can cast it
It's a
on
medium
you.
size.
Oh,
Speak with animals. It's target self,
Self.
I believe.
Yeah.
ah.
Yeah.
So unless
Sorry, yeah, it's a medium
you're
sized creature. But yeah, it's pretty big.
proficient
medium-sized.
in nature, arcana, or performance, and
I'm
we can
proficient in
spend-
performance.
and we can spend 8 hours to create a spell scroll.
Could
You got
I?
it, Garreth.
Could I? Are bards able to do rituals? I don't know.
Maybe
Probably soon. They aren't ritual casters.
at least next year.
normal.
I'll
think they
ask for
might
your
change that.
ruling. Would I be able to cast Speak with Animals as a ritual? If we spent 10 minutes here.
I can't remember. I don't think I
yes,
have.
bards are
implemented
ritual
that.
casters.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Bards
Yes,
actually
then in that
are.
case- Cool, go for it then. Yes, you can.
So in
Okay.
the 10 minutes that it takes for him to cast this spell,
Mhm.
the frog is only interested in me.
Does seem to
What's-
be, yeah. And also, I'll just say, Notus, you're absolutely right. Once you've put the raft away in the portable hole, the vines seem to be almost blind to your presence, and they start to twist around other trees and start to slither off.
Mm.
I don't think it likes trees.
Wood.
Or it's angry about the trees because the houses and the raft are all dead trees.
It finds
Hey,
that
Mr.
wheel I
Frog.
mentioned earlier and sucks that below as well. Could be
That's
just
true.
man-made structures. Oh, okay. So yeah, 10 minutes pass, and you can finally talk to this frog who is just happily ribbiting away.
Yep. What's he saying?
And
What's he saying?
Uh,
at me?
well, it finally translates, and this is where you discover it's not a he at all, but rather a she. And this feminine frog is letting out what sounds to be more of a mating call, which is effectively complimenting Vaike and saying, "Damn, that's a fine-looking
I
piece
told
of
you it's the
slimy,
warts.
Bearable,
slimy
like-
piece of handsome goodness you got there."
I'm about to look at Vaike and say, just sort of like calmly, like, the frog is attracted to you, Vaike.
Oh, to me? And like you see Vic will go blush. He'll be like, oh, I always knew
you got
Crimson
that.
Fist has fans.
Those warts, I just want to lick them.
Oh my god.
They're slimy and moist.
Oh my god.
We should go roll around in the mud together.
Whoa.
What do you say?
Who is
What's the-
able to speak with him? Only Bird, right?
Bird, I'm assuming Bird is saying this to me, right? As this is happening.
I think Bear's.
Hey, Bird. you should tell them that he's actually taken.
Bird, what's up? What's he saying?
Uh,
Or what's she saying?
Baird will look to Vic and go, the frog wants to roll around in the mud with you. And like if Baird will like hold up their hands, like their hands and go like quotation figures of like roll around in the mud.
Oh, yeesh. Okay, Miss Frog. Man.
It could be due to April or something connected with the hag, maybe.
This is hard.
Or you were recently a frog, weren't you?
I was recently a frog and a wart. Do you think this frog has information? I might have to take one for the team here.
Baird will lean down and like almost like the way that a wingman might go and go, So what you think?
I mean, ask Miss Frog if she has information on the vines or why they're trying to rip, why they're angry, and if she wants me, I hope Muse understands that I had to.
I don't think Baird is gonna make you hiss the frog.
I will. I'm down. I'm down for it.
Baird will talk to the frog and go like, so, hello.
What? Not right now. Can't you see I'm fixated?
Ogling, yes.
I'll be posing. I'll be flexing.
Oh. You let them know what's up, and they are letting out a croak, which to you, Bird, it sounds like a song, and it's clearly like some sort of mating call to let them know, they're ready. But so yeah, it sounds like a frog song, like waiting for you to hop into my arms, splish splash around, something like that.
Yeah. Splish splash, we're having a bath.
That's it. Yeah, that's the one.
The
Continuous.
Wiggles? Okay.
And they seem thoroughly distracted, but you can get their attention a bit more if you want.
Yeah, Baird will so what has you so infatuated, ma'am? Miss?
Look at his complexion. His skin is to die for.
The slime?
Mm-hmm. Look at the way he blinks. And as you look at Vaike, you actually see that he's been staring at this frog long enough that now his blinks are now out of sync as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one, then the other.
Mm-hmm.
I better look at Vaike and be like snap his fingers.
Hmm. Huh?
Whoa.
What? Oh, you're doing it at Vaike.
Yeah, I might think.
Does this Miss Frog? Can you hear me? Do you understand what I'm saying right now?
Ugh, the way he croaks. Gonna make me croak.
Oh no.
I don't think she understands me.
Notus is just seeing this like huge frog.
Hey, what's the color of the frog, Notus? I gotta know.
Notus has no idea what's happening right now. She's very confused. What color is frog? I'm guessing pink.
Pink, yes, pink.
The frog is pink.
No, the frog is green. What?
Garreth. So, Bert, have you got any information from her yet? As I'm still flexing.
Bert, you did say Vaike as a girlfriend, right?
I barely.
There's another
Whoa.
bachelor.
We don't gotta bring these up right now. We might need to get some information from this
A
frog.
bachelor?
Your brother,
My brother.
Ulric.
He's not slimy though.
He has no thoughts right now.
Aww.
Yeah. The slime is what's setting us apart. I've always been one step ahead.
He's
Jack can
inside
help
the
it.
portable hole right now.
He
Just,
is
like,
in the portable
fixing
hole
things
right
up,
now. Mhm.
Yeah, he's just like arranging the raft and stuff.
The bear will look towards this frog and go, ma'am, what's sort of going on in this this area of the swamp, this part of the woods, beyond our illustrious Vaike here? He does have a mate.
Oh no!
No,
Damn. How are they resisting my pheromones? Damn. All right. What do you want? Oh, the vines. Yes, they everywhere, all over. Swamp, but not attack frogs. No, frogs get free pass.
Frogs get free pass. Was
Mm.
this made by big frog lady Bevlona, or whatever her name is?
Hmm. You mean queen of frog kind?
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's a queen.
They think for a moment, maybe to this.
Oh,
They go, we have seen who you describe. Oh yes. They are wonderful, magnificent, but they have created a utopia for us here. Frogs could not be happier.
Hmm.
Vines
No.
keep away, and pesky fairies and pixies. They drag down civilization. Return to nature. Perfect frog utopia.
Barrett will sort of like lean down and ask the question he asked earlier again and go, "Have you ever not been a frog?"
Hmm? Not being frog. No, frog, always frog. Once a
Fair
frog,
enough.
always a frog.
Okay. Is there anything?
I feel good. Many flies.
Have you seen anything interesting around here?
Share
Beyond
a
Vaike.
buffet together. Maybe
Besides the
over a
tall
romantic
glass.
dinner date. Sorry, what was your question?
Have you seen anything interesting lately or around here?
The vines. They seem to sprout from us.
From frogs?
Mm-hmm. You see their mouth suddenly open up wider and wider, and you see a tiny little vine wiggle its way out, and it stretches towards just the mud. They kind of don't point it in your direction, but you see the vine twist out, grow, and sort of slither into the swamp.
Mm.
And it's just it's like a fresh new vine. It's gonna got that more pale looking color. The thorns aren't protruding yet. You can just see sort of little tiny nubbins, and it sort of slithers out into the swamp.
Baird will
And
sort of nod and go, "But what about the rule of the rule of hospitality? You're inviting yourself if you're doing that, which is
they kind of
quite rude."
they blink at odd intervals for a moment. Hmm? This is our home. What? Well,
The swamp isn't supposed to be here. You've quite literally made a home that wasn't yours.
roll a persuasion
Which is-
check.
Do they get advantage because I'm flexing?
They got a success anyway, so
Nah.
we're okay here for now. They look at you and say, but we were taught to do this.
Just because
One
the
you
person who's
call
intruding,
Pavlona.
just because Bevlona's intruding on the realm of someone who is gone, doesn't mean it doesn't belong to them. In fact, taking a house from someone who is out is breaking the corest rules of hospitality. It's stealing. It's thievery.
They look a little shocked and wide-eyed. And they kind of gulp. As if to realize the weight of their actions.
Oh my god.
Perhaps you should tell the other frogs.
They look back around into the swamp. Oh no. Didn't realize we were breaking any rules. Oh. They kind of hop up onto a nearby branch of a tree, and they let out this very loud ribbit. It kind of echoes across the entire swamp. And you can hear, Baird can hear them saying effectively like, "Frogs, we've made a terrible mistake. We need to stop throwing up vines. Pavlona's tricked us." And she just shouts this out into the swamp, and you can hear it echoing from other frogs that effectively deliver a message across over the swamp, because there are frogs every little which way. And this frog lets it be known to the people.
Baird will smile and say, "But you can make it right."
Oh.
We're trying to return this place to its rightful state. We could use any assistance from you and your kin, as well as if you look to help clean up with the other animals of the woodland. I'm sure that you can make quite progress.
Oh. Clean up? You want us to swallow the vines? I don't know. They've grown so big and tough. I don't know if I'd be able to swallow them back again.
Make progress where you can. No need to endanger yourself to do so. Intentions and doing what is best to make up for it can be a beginning of a reciprocity, a returning of things to normal.
They look around for perhaps the smallest little vine that they just puked up, and they basically jump into the water and try to chase after it.
Oh.
And you see this little frog swim away into the river, into the mud.
All right, Bird. Do we figure out where the heart of the vines is so that we can destroy it?
Pavlona.
Pavlov.
Can I see like the root point of any of these vines that are around where we are?
The root point. Do you mean like the start of a root?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's plenty of them.
If I touch them, do they get mad, or is it like if I act angry towards them?
Touching them doesn't seem to have too much of a reaction, though you do see it perhaps does position its thorns in a way that if you were to touch that same spot again, you'd be poking a thorn.
Well, I can't talk to the plants. Perhaps Sue could help us here.
Oh.
Mhm.
I know someone who might be able to help us.
Jack.
But he what? No, I'm talking about the tree in my bedroom in the inn. But he will only help us after we've helped the elder tree, where Agden is. Eknok, sorry.
In Sylvan, I'll say to the vines, I know you do not have malice for these woods, but you are acting out of turn for a guest by tearing down that which isn't yours.
Doesn't seem to respond. But they don't seem to move upon you anymore either. But as this chorus of frogs kind kind of echo out. You do continue to smell that sweet kind of honey scent drifting in.
Can I approach it carefully?
Where does the honey is the honey from this tile or from another tile?
It doesn't smell like anything nearby. It smells like a scent caught on the wind. And as Baird starts to move towards it, you see them having to basically trudge into several layers of mud. And you start to head in this direction.
If everyone wants to, of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think we've...
No, I don't want to head there yet. I want to go investigate the broken little pixie village we saw.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or the fairy village.
Yep.
I would help with that before we go.
Yeah, absolutely. You see what remains of a small little pixie home that has been caught in one of the branches, and you see a vine that's twisting and coiling its way up the tree trunk like a spiral, trying to reach up to it.
Can I...
The others, you can tell where there were little stilts and splints where others would have been held up, and where the mangrove is kind of like tilted into the mud. They've been pulled down and fallen away.
Can I help Vaike? Maybe we could both gingerly take it down and put it in the portable hole, like where it'll be safe, or like in our with our packs and things.
Instead of that, is this place pretty much all submerged? Is there no like land that maybe we could try to reset the village up? We could go back to the hill that the frog was.
Yeah, the hill is like the only thing that stands out of the swamp.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not free of the vines. It looks like the pixies like to make their home in trees and not on the ground. But you could try and save them by putting them there. It's just the vines problem that they just won't be able to get away from.
Yeah.
We could collect and hold the buildings, and then whenever we see the pixies again, return them.
Yeah. Can we investigate around to see if we find the fairy circle that they had used, that they had mentioned at the carnival?
Didn't we found the fairy circle earlier?
Well, there's multiple, but they have a bunch.
Yeah, you can roll. It would be investigation check.
Does anybody want to help me with this investigation check? Here, Jack, you look over there. I'll look over here. How does that sound, buddy?
I can help.
Sure.
All right.
Places. Sad.
All right, you love sad, don't you, little man?
What do you mean?
What do you mean, old man?
I said young, a little man.
Oh.
Here. Yeah, you know what? I could do with some lunch.
Yeah. Oh. I get advantage on this roll now?
You can have advantage.
Let's go.
So, you didn't find a mushroom circle. You keep wanting there to be the mushroom circle, but I specifically said it wasn't a circle.
No.
Oh, it wasn't a circle?
Okay.
No, I rolled
Never
10.
mind.
Oh, well.
Okay. I will look around as well. Just so that...
Yeah.
Notice, are you going to look around too?
We'll have a little look. Mm-hmm. 15. Okay. There are mushrooms. They don't form a circle, though. The ones that do are completely rotten away, which is odd because that's where you'd expect mushrooms to actually thrive, is in rot. But there are some semblance of mushrooms that have just been basically almost like corrupted or withered away. It's bizarre. Like you can roll an Arcana check as you discover these, because it doesn't make sense for mushrooms to be withering in such a humid atmosphere. The it is evidence that someone has deliberately launched a necrotic spell at this to wither them. That's the only thing that would make sense, is necrotic damage on plant matter, similar to that of like a blight spell, for example. That would absolutely wreck a plant matter. So someone has come here and deliberately destroyed the circle with magic.
Baird will whisper to the mushrooms in the land what Babylona has done, so that the land may know.
And it's actually on this hillock that you find it as well. It's like circled round at the base of the hillock, where this frog was sort of squat.
It's big.
It's a large circle. It's big enough to fit the whole party in, and like all be transported at once.
Could I begin rescuing the pixie houses that are left into our thing, with the promises that we're not, like, these are we're going to return them to their rightful owners.
Yeah, you find one that's intact. That's the one that's left in the branches. The others, you find just bits of them, like pieces here and there, like a chimney there, a roof, and maybe like a chair. And as you're picking through the mud, I'll let Vaike actually roll this. You can give me a D100.
Woo!
You were.
I was running out of Feywild trinkets to use as bargaining chips.
You got it.
33.
Okay. Trinkets. 33 is a pumpkin cupcake. Oh, beautiful! I like this.
No.
I imagine it's sitting like perfectly on a little thing, like it's just inexplicably there, just perfect.
Oh, you know how Jack was assisting you, Vaike, and giving you advantage? He does call over and say, "Hey, I got something here. Actually, you know what? Never mind." He's trying to hide it from you, Vaike, and then you catch it. You find the little pumpkin cake.
Oh, Jack, is this for me? You made this for me?
No, this is cannibalism. I can't let you have this.
I know we got off on the wrong foot, but this really means a lot to me, Jack. I really appreciate this, and I'll put my hand on his little shoulder. You know, I think I see a friendship growing between us. I'll eat it right in front of him.
Oh no! I can see where this is going. No!
You eat it. You see Jack's face like horrified at this moment. He's like a little bit of sweat rolls down his pumpkin face.
This is really good. Do you want some, Jack?
It is delicious. And he goes, "There's not left. What do you mean?"
Oh, sorry. It was really good.
There is a little what's it called? Casing, like a little paper cup that's left over. And he just stares at the paper cup and the crumbs in it. Like, oh, no.
That was my cousin Earl.
Oh. Here, Jack. Let's get you out of the swamp. You can ride on my shoulders, buddy. Come on.
Oh. He just hop on. He stares at the cupcake casing for a moment.
I'll put it on his head like a little hat.
Okay. Oh, perfect. Yeah, he's got a little cupcake hat.
Oh, what happened to the unicorn horn?
That was a horn? What?
Oh, his unicorn horn hat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I still got that.
Okay.
I wouldn't have thrown that away.
The Jack hats.
Give him another one.
Yeah. The unicorn horn's like on the front, right? Whereas the cupcake hat can go on the top, like where the stalk is.
Yep. Okay.
We have a Jack cake.
He's
they call me Jack Two Hats.
Jack Two Hats.
All right.
Wait a minute.
Picking through the mud.
Is the unicorn horn full of candy a valid Feywild trinket?
I mean, it's no longer full of candy.
It's
It
still
might come in useful.
Mm-hmm.
Never know.
In case of
Okay.
emergency.
Can I do a nature check on these mushrooms to figure out? Because if I remember correctly, it was Jack Plum, the fairy from the carnival, who taught us how to use these fairy circles, fairy rings.
They did, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Could I try to see if there's like any way to like fix this ring? Because I'm assuming that it's like out of commission with the damage that's been dealt.
Mm-hmm.
Or if
Yeah,
we
it's
could
been
like,
like withered to a state where it's basically destroyed from a necrotic spell.
could,
Though, if you're trying to think of a way to like restore it,
could we like put new mushrooms?
what do you think?
I
You
would
want to
think to
replant
like
them.
yeah, transplant, because you said there was other mushrooms in the area, and we've seen mushrooms everywhere. Like transplant mushrooms to reform the circle with healthy ones.
Okay. So you're absolutely right that they did tell you how they work, and you're actually looking for a specific type of mushroom that mushroom circles are made of. And as you just looking around, you can roll another D100 actually, just to see what type of mushrooms there are here. But you can
Laughing caps.
You can confirm
96. That's my number.
96. Wow. Okay. So you can confirm they are not the mushroom you're looking for. These are leaky inkwells. They are, and you can see like a black liquid oozing from them, hence the name. And they're actually used to extract ink for like spell books. Curiously, the ink is also kind of spicy.
I would eat it. Yeah, I would taste it. I would taste it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's got a very flavorful, spicy profile.
Spicy?
I will harvest some of these, put them into
jars.
I have a pouch. I'll put them in my pouch, and as per the law, I will leave behind a hammer that I have in my inventory.
Nice, yeah, as if to say this fairy ring is under construction.
I'll be back. Throw the hammer down.
Yeah,
it's like set at the top like Thor's hammer. Like a root comes out and like holds it in place.
Only the one who is worthy.
To reiterate, Jeremy Plum said that fairy rings are made of campestries. That's the type of mushroom you're looking for. Yes.
Just going forward, can I just always be on the lookout for these? Just always. Just anytime I see a mushroom, can I stop and look for it?
You can. I will tell you ahead of time that there doesn't. You've already traveled quite a lot of hither, and I will say that there hasn't been any sightings of campestries, or should I say, hearings of campestries.
Hearings.
Yeah, Jeremy Plum says that they got a unique sound to them.
Yeah.
Do they sound like trumpets or something?
But yeah, sort of. You'll hear them. You'll know them when you hear them. They definitely make noise. That's their biggest giveaway, and unfortunately, you haven't heard any of them. So yeah, but at least you got something else. Yeah, you got some inky. What are they called? Leaky inkwells.
Inkwell, leaky.
I'll add that to.
How many did you say I could pick up?
Roll me a D4, I think.
D4.
And also, you should actually roll a survival check to just harvest them. That'll determine.
I can assist
how many you get.
You'll assist with the survival.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Wow. Okay, yeah, not bad. I'll say you can actually roll 2d4.
2d4? It's like Christmas Day.
Damn it.
Wow.
Damn. All right. Well, still 2 leaky inkwells. Let me add that as a loot. Yeah, let's add it as loot.
Nice.
And I'll give you the description for them.
We got it.
I feel like Baird would probably find the most use for those. Baird or Garreth.
Yeah, you can write sheet music.
Oh, you have no idea.
Whoa. Guys, get your own mushrooms, all right? I got big plans with these bad boys. I've been running out of my costume paint, so this is perfect.
Baird will look at his costume set.
Oh.
I don't have my costume clothes anymore. I'm just out of my. I ain't got no paint.
I have a
My
costume.
face paint.
I have a set of costume clothes.
Oh, I just gave mine a one.
Oh, now I really want mushrooms. They were so tasty.
You snooze, you lose, Garreth.
Oh dear. All right.
Garreth,
So you
stop
spend the
biting
next
mushrooms.
What?
few minutes foraging,
Yep.
Yeah.
and after that,
We'll go down this way, I think.
the smell does still persist, and you can start to trudge through the swamp. And
We can pull out the
yeah.
raft as soon as we need to / can for.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Well, yeah, there is another waterway that you can start to get the raft out and onto once you feel you're safe enough away from these vines. And once you hop aboard and start surfing your way down, you see coming into view is a different structure.
Oh no.
Seems to be far enough away now that the vines haven't reached here or haven't found it by the look. The smell of honey is quite strong coming from here. And as you approach, you actually see there are small little bee boxes that are dotted around this structure. The hut is well made, but it's seen better days, and there's a great deal of moss growing over the tiles and planks. Now, let's have a look. Yeah, the windows as well, they're also so murky that you can't really see into the actual structure itself. There is a front door.
We should go up and knock. It would be polite,
Cautiously,
right?
yeah, we should knock it be polite.
I will keep my eyes peeled with Jack on my shoulders.
Yep.
Okay.
Jack, if you see anything, just let me know.
A Baird will walk up and knock in the way that would be most polite.
Okay, give it a knock.
Yep.
Just bring up the old.
Good twilight
Wait
to
for a
you.
response. Okay, so. Oh yeah, this is kind of creepy. Oh
no.
The fog around here also is quite thicker, and the faint buzzing you can hear is clearly coming from these bee boxes.
If I see a bee, I'll say hello because I can speak with it.
Oh yeah, you
speak with
can, can't
animals,
you?
lad.
That's crazy. You see there is someone coming to the door, and as it opens up, there is the silhouette of two figures, and they're carrying a large cone-shaped object in their arms. They seem to be wearing some sort of puffy suit with a protruding cylindrical mask. And I'll give you an image here. This is what they look like.
Ah, yes. I thought. With my farming background, farmer background, would I know what a beekeeper looks like?
Yeah, they are seemingly beekeepers. They're keeping bees, and they're protecting themselves from being being stung with these big costumes. But it is odd that they kind of don't have any eye slits.
I mean, eye slits are areas where bees can come through, right?
Pardon? Hello?
They look at you for a moment.
I also say pardon to any bees that I have to step by. I'm trying not to be rude to any bees either.
You can speak with animals. I just realized. No, this is funny. They do respond, and
the bees.
They Just ignore me. I'm mumbling because I'm like coming to the realization of something. But it's very
They're full of
strange.
bees.
Anyway.
They're obviously full of bees.
Not
So you
the
hear this
bees!
chorus. You hear a chorus of voices coming from them, like 100
It's literally
voices.
a
They're all saying,
beehive.
mhm.
It's a bee house.
It's to everyone else. You just hear this, but to Baird, you hear, "Hello, hello, wanderers. Yes, adventurers. Hello, welcome. Pardon, you're excused. Who are you?"
Oh,
We're here to help Zabilda. Return this place to a less watery state, as like Baird like motion towards how swampy it is, and the fact that it likely isn't good for bees for it to be this wet.
Oh. Help! Help! Yes, we need help. Help! Come in! Come in! Hungry? Would you like food? Honey! We have lots of honey.
I will nod, and I'll motion for everyone to. I will. Basically, I will leave something by the door as like an offering of like for the offering of hospitality back. I'll make sure to leave something by the door as a like to leave in their possession. For the hospitality of being offered like food and things.
To everyone else, their movements are a little unsettling and not unnatural. They kind of like, as they turn around, they kind of lean back, nearly fall over, and then steady themselves on one foot, and then lean forward to move forward. And you, all the while, you can hear this like kind of like sound. And as they go in, they start laying out plates for you, and glasses and bowls. They're all filled with honey, all of them. So it's just a plate of honey, a glass of honey, and a bowl of honey. And they're just laying out these. Yeah.
for the people at home, honey is actually bee puke.
Still tastes
Baird
good.
will tell Garreth, Vaike, and Notus, and Ulric that the. I think Baird kind of gets it. I think Baird like is like bees.
It's a full banquet of honey, but they themselves don't partake in it. They just sort of stand there and they wait. They wait for you to eat it.
Yeah, I'll scoop some up. I'll eat it. Is it good?
Yeah, it's quite strong.
Oh no.
Yeah, sweet.
Oh, can I take one of the inkwells out of my pack and like dribble a little bit on like
Spicing
a
it
little
up.
bit of a sauce and then eat it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Hot honey.
Inside the cabin is a little modest home as well. It's got a cast iron stove next to a countertop. There's a long
as they're
table with
offering
some
us food,
chairs. Yeah.
I will also offer a part of my ration so that they may taste what adventurers' food may be like, should they wish to.
Okay.
And I'll.
There's also a rocking chair, a fur chair, and various other cooking equipment hanging from the walls and shelves. And another door leads to a bedroom, and everything up to 5 feet seems to be water damaged from the floods as well. There's no possible way bees could have created all of this, like crafted it. Like these are all handmade tools, handmade structures, and there are handmade tools as well. It's kind of strange, but
I ask if they've been keeping the house for the keeper.
yes, we've been looking after it for Volvin and Lyre.
Fulvin and Lyra?
Volvin and Lyre, yes. And if they gesture towards the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
When they say that.
I ask if I may look look around the house, but as everyone else partakes in food.
They do a exaggerated nod, leading their whole body back and forth. Yes.
Baird will go check it out to see if maybe there's some unfortunate event that may have occurred, which I don't think is the bee's fault. But I want to check to see if they are Honestly, it's kind of sweet, the idea that the bees have now like taken to keeping the house of the keepers because they kept their houses. It's kind of soft, not gonna lie.
Sure enough, if you guys search around, you find moldy clothing for a man and a woman. They stitched into the clothes as well are their names, and that's how they're spelt. There's also an illustration of an old elven couple framed on their dresser, face down.
Can I put it back up so that it's properly up?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You look at them, realize this old home still holds the memories of these lost beekeepers.
Does this guy do any of these elves? Do they look like the bogwort that we ran into?
A bogwort?
Yeah, no, well,
that would be very difficult to determine, considering how bloated and wart covered that individual was. There's no you wouldn't be able to tell by looking at it.
Fair enough.
But it does cross your mind, perhaps.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yo, Jack, you gotta try some of this honey, man. It's really good.
I lost my appetite when you ate that cupcake.
Why? You made it for me. It was so good.
Oh, honey's too sweet. Reminds me of
happiness.
Yeah. I'm gonna just stare at this picture. They just stare at the long lost memories of this elven couple.
Bert, could you ask the beekeepers how long the couple's been gone for?
Yeah, Baird will ask. Sort of thinking about it, he'll ask how many generations the couple has been missing.
Of generations of bees.
Yeah. Because it's approximately a year. A bee generation is going to be queens, so that would be about a year per queen.
That is true. I know nothing about bees.
Okay. They sort of think for a moment. I knew we lost our queens. Yes. And new queens took their place. They look out to the bee boxes and gesture to the 3 boxes that are here. 3 new queens. And so they say that's one new generation.
So it's been about a year.
It's hard to determine in terms of time, but the stories passed down. Stories, yes, many stories of old keepers who keep new tradition, tend the way they tended, passed down techniques, skills.
And they don't got a date on that, huh?
But it's been some time at least.
Yeah. Can we tell like how long like those clothes have been molding for? Or just a rough estimate?
Oh, sorry, I was looking at my other screen. What was that?
Could we tell how long the clothes have just kind of been stagnant for?
Yeah. That's a good indication, actually. Yeah, they're kind of moldy, and you can smell mildew in the room, and that would indicate that it's probably been a long time, but at least like if you was to say 8 years of like water damage, you know, to a house like this, it's full of like the moss, which I described outside, has covered like half of the roof and all the planks, and yeah, it would take many years for it to grow and decay to that state. It's almost like the swamp completely blends in with the hut. But the bee boxes are maintained. They don't have as much like damage or or rot on them. Like the rest of the house, yeah, this would have seen a lot of years of water damage.
Baird will look towards Garreth and Vaike and like motioning that they can stop him should they wish, and they say, "Could we do a few things for you while we're here? Assist in a way that is harder for you to do. While we look around, maybe you could give us some things that might help us find the keepers or return this place to what Zabilna had it as."
They say, things for us. Yes. Oh, story. Yes, read book on shelf. And several of them, you can see it jostle around, and several of them are kind of like wrestling as to which book to pull off a shelf. This is one. And they grab a small little, thin, old leather-bound book. Seems to be written in Sylvan.
Oh, Baird can read that.
The back pages are water damaged and unreadable, but you can see several of the front ones, and that says, "A Fairy's Tale."
Okay, Baird will sort of sit down and like set up, and he will start reading out loud.
Okay. What does that say?
I've got a question regarding prestidigitation and water damaged books.
We would need mending.
Yeah, more like mending.
So I can't.
You can dry them off, but the text is ruined and the pages are still.
So I can't
mushy,
use
right?
prestidigitation to at least straighten the pages.
You could.
And dry the pages. I can
straighten
understand
and dry them, sure.
But
mending will probably fix the pages though.
And
you can still use that to clean up around the house, like get rid of some of the water damage and moss.
I'm more concerned about the mildew, because I believe that's actually harmful to the bees.
Yep, you can get rid of that too with prestidigitation.
So, while Barrett is reading the book, I'll offer to get rid of the mildew.
Okay.
And get snapping and throwing dust at the mildew, cleaning house.
What about you, Vaike? Are you doing anything to help around the house?
Is there anything heavy that needs to be moved? Like, did a bookcase fall over? Is the stove crooked? Anything that a set of bees couldn't take care of, I would.
Yeah, I'll say that there's some, things that need to be changed or whatever. The stove needs maybe some new log.
If Notus wants to, they could fix up the bee outfits, make sure that they're all sewed up properly.
Actually, Vaike, the roof is also water damaged. You can see a couple of loose planks coming in, and there's like dripping. There's like soaking puddles of water on the floor. The roof definitely needs like repairing.
How tall is the roof?
It's about 20 feet up. No, that's ridiculous.
Up.
Probably about like 15. No, this looks like there is 2 floors to this building, so yeah, it's at least 15 feet.
Yeah.
You could have Ulric help you with the fix.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just hard for me to get onto the roof.
Right, yeah.
But I guess I can have Ulric help me up onto the roof, and then who needs a hammer that I just left away? Couldn't use it anyways.
I can hand you a hammer.
Yeah, I won't be able to grab it. I appreciate that, but I will punch the nails in.
You do have a cestus, to be fair.
It's true, yeah. Perfect. And then Notus, did you want to do anything to help out these little bees?
Yeah, I was just going to go around and mend any fabric and try and clean it as best I can, because that's what I do.
Yeah, they definitely need some repairs here and there, and probably sections that need fixing up. You know what? You could even stitch them new name tags, because the old ones are still the elven ones. You could stitch on new name tags for them if you wanted as well.
Yeah. Swarm 1, Swarm 2, or whatever they want their swarms to be named, like Swarm Alpha.
Okay. And then as Baird's reading the story, it's a children's story about a fairy trapped by a fairy dragon. But the ending is, of course, missing. And maybe you guys, maybe Baird, you could come up with a story or an ending to please the beekeepers.
Mm-hmm.
But it starts like this. It goes, there once was a fairy princess who was trapped in a cage. The cage hung high above the clouds from the tippy top of a slanted tipsy tower. Below was a fairy dragon who guarded the bottom of Tipsy Tower. Anyone who tried to save the princess was thwarted by the dragon's mighty breath. Many come, but all were sent running away. Until one day, ... And that's where the damage begins.
Baird starts telling the story of a basically starts weaving the group into the story. Saying oh yeah, these heroes showed up to assist, and like they didn't necessarily kill the dragon. They figured out ways around it. They figured out solutions to the problems that were happening. That maybe they had to fight at one point. It's sort of this, it's impassioned, but it's very like.
Oh.
If Garreth hears this story, he's confused because he thinks of Televar.
Televar in his tipsy tower.
That's not who Televar is. If Televar would keep a fairy princess, it's to protect her. Maybe from some marriage that she doesn't want.
It's just a book, guys. It's like a fairy tale. It doesn't mean it has to be real. There's not just fairy tales happening right now.
I will tell the tales on how
Vaike, you're mistaken.
On how these heroes.
Yeah, Vaike, you best stop believing in fairy tales.
I'll believe in fairy tales when pumpkins fly, okay, Jack?
Because you're in one.
Baird will talk about how these heroes had traveled through 3 different lands, how it took them so long to get through these places, helping the different people of these places, and how by the time they got to the dragon at the end, it was quite different. They've grown, they've changed, they've learned about themselves. And that perhaps they were able to talk down this Jabberwock and save the princess in the tower.
They listen intently. They are basically almost falling off the edges of the seat. They lean forward and drink in this story. And once again, you kind of... No, you can. It's just simply for the sake of how well the story lands.
Mm-hmm.
They're still enjoying it nonetheless. But if you would like to.
15.
And 15. It's hard to come up with things on the spot, but it's good enough that they are absolutely enjoying it, and drawing parallels to your own makes them feel like they're really meeting like heroes from a story right now, because they see you as really helpful and kind, just like the kind of people you're describing in the story, and that definitely aids to the enjoyment of it. And even though they simply have no expressions on their face, they don't have the ability to show this kind of emotion. Weirdly, around the house, as you're beginning to fix it up, clean it, you actually start to see inanimate objects, buckets, the stove, even the roof and the planks seem to start to sprout little smiles here and there, like what appears to be like a creak in the wood, like a crease sort of stretches up into a smile. The stove, where there's like 2 little openings that look kind of like eyes, you see the you see like where the door is kind of stretch slightly and form into a smile, and even the shelves on the bookshelves, right? Because they're slightly rotted. The wood sort of sags down where the books are in the center, and that even sort of forms into that like a smile.
Oh, you okay, Jack?
I need to get some air.
I'll take Jack out.
Jack goes outside with you. That's a bit better. The house was better it was better before you guys came.
And how so? You don't like happy things? Is that what's going on? You don't like us making a difference?
That's fine. I got my fill. But still. I'm wondering what really happened to the elves. They're still out there somewhere. Or maybe they left this place. Maybe they abandoned the bees.
That would make
or
you.
Maybe they. Oh.
That would make you happy. You like that misery stuff, right?
It wouldn't make me happy. I would just want to find them.
And eat them?
I don't think so. No, not eat. Just be close to them, See if they miss the bees. See if they miss their home. I bet they miss them. Yeah.
I almost imagine even the portrait like almost lightens up. The little like picture of them.
Definitely, yeah. The picture of them where they were once like sort of more straight faced, very stoic looking, as elves often are. They are now indeed like smiling in the picture.
I can't pin you, Jack. Do you just like being around sad things?
Sadness isn't a bad emotion, right? It's like something you need to let out every now and again. It's an essential human emotion. Or fey emotion.
Yeah. But
If we weren't sad, we wouldn't be able to express ourselves fully, right? Think about it.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with a little bit of sadness. Even I cry sometimes. But what's your ordeal? Like, why are you all about it? Like, why do you seem to relish in it, for lack of a better word?
You actually care to know the answer?
If I didn't ask, yeah, I do.
Oh. Huh. Well, if you want to know, I was born from it.
Loaded by.
Yeah, I grew in the soil of loneliness. Feelings of sadness and isolation. It's who I am.
And I'm guessing that soil was right by Garreth, huh?
Yep. All the stories.
Mm-hmm. And I guess
that doesn't mean. Yeah, go on.
The part of the story where I failed to protect Hannah was also part of that sadness.
I remember it well.
Damn.
That's one of my fondest memories.
I knew I got a bad feeling from you.
If you didn't have that memory, Vaike, would you feel so motivated to get them back? Would you feel that sense of responsibility and bond with Garreth?
I mean, you're right, I wouldn't. But I mean, if I had been able to protect her back then, we wouldn't even be here right now.
No what ifs. This is what ties you. This is what your shared motivation is. You want to get back Hannah.
Wait,
You want to find and... Oh?
if we get Hannah back, what happens to you?
Who cares what happens to me? Huh?
I care. Ever since you gave me that cupcake, we've been best friends.
So all of 10 minutes?
Liar.
Yeah. Come on, Jack. It was a long time coming. We had this like rivalry going on. Us being the most attractive members of the group. It was about time we became friends.
You're not so bad after all, too, Vaike. Just because I'm miserable or sad all the time doesn't mean I don't appreciate a good, laugh from time to time. I
Okay,
just,
so-
I find amusement in other things.
So you're
Petty pranks, that kind of stuff.
yeah, you're a goofball. But seriously, what happens to you if we get Hannah back?
Oh. They look back at they look back inside the old kind of beekeeper's house.
Baird is like telling the part of the story where we get Hannah back,
Wow, coincidence.
Yeah.
like where they
Yeah,
get the kidnapped sibling.
I guess we'll see.
Jack.
I can't tell the future. Maybe there's a
Well,
happy ending to the fairy tale.
there
Or
will
maybe
be.
it ends in...
I'll be so
Nah.
sad that you're gone that you'll just have to come back. And then it's like a paradox because I'll be happy and then I'll be
That's it.
sad. So you know what?
Yeah, you can't escape me now.
I'm glad. You've definitely grown on me.
I grew on Garreth.
Well,
Or Gareth's emotions, but yeah.
hey, I had a little sprinkle in there. I was part of the mix.
And as you're saying this too, Jack, you see the little cupcake casing on his head actually begins to sprout a new pumpkin pie cupcake. And because
Oh,
it was on top of it, it sort of falls off and rolls away, and you're able to he's able to catch it before it rolls off. Like, whoa, what the? This thing grew back. I
well,
didn't expect that.
oh, should I not eat it in front of you? I mean, but that would make you sad, which would make you content.
You should take it off of me, that's for sure.
Okay, I'll pocket the infinite cupcake.
The infinite cupcake.
You hold on to it. Yeah, you can write the pumpkin cup casing that does seem to magically regrow itself somehow.
Awesome. Infinite bargaining chips. Want a cupcake? Infinite pumpkin cupcake. And then
All right.
you think you're ready to go finish the story, Jack?
All right. Come on in. And they climb back up onto your shoulder and yeah, they put a load of sticky oil on you at the same time,
Yeah,
just topping you up.
Yeah, give my hair like I gel it back. Get it nice.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Vaike walks
All
in,
right.
his hair is like up.
Yeah, he gives me a mohawk.
Yeah. He gives you what his like, like a little stalk on his head.
Yeah, he
does
gives you
that.
the little. Yep.
But like a weight of hair. Yeah, that's it. Perfect. All right. Awesome.
And that's-
In that case, then you finish this. You're wrapping up the story.
And that's when they all got home. Finally, things were all right. They were all together.
I'll walk in the door. I'll be like, and they lived happily ever after. The end.
All right. The beekeepers obviously, in their own way, sort of thank you for the beautiful story, and they hand you another plate of honey, Bed, but you've probably eaten so much honey at this point
It's
that
okay.
a little bit sickening.
Do you guys got like jars that like we could take some of this to go?
Just to go. You know what? Yeah, if Bed tells them, if I ask
Mm-hmm.
them, they will happily bottle you up a jar of honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For helping
Then,
fix up the place, they seem more than happy to
and
share.
then I'll put that in my pouch.
Yeah, they all say grateful. Oh, good story. Yes, our favorite. And they take the little thin book back off of you and place it back on the shelf.
Is there a special name for this honey, or is it just hither honey?
Yeah, the honey's great. Yeah, go with that. They say,
Alright.
it's best honey in whole Prisme. Oh yes, yeah. Better than thither honey.
That's for sure.
We'll keep a lookout for the couple. See if we can bring the keepers home.
Better than yon honey. They shout.
Mm-hmm.
They actually shout. You hear that? Our queens are better than yours. Our queens are better than yours. And they shout. Come prove us wrong, Pollinella.
Pollinella?
Pollinella.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll also let the other
Alright.
hives know that you are all right.
They kind of nod again. We'll be right here. Waitings. Now,
You're
be
very
gone.
good keepers. Yes.
Yep. Be
Yeah, well-
seeing you.
What? Oh, buzz off.
Oh.
Be careful.
Don't let the door sting you on the way out.
Damn it, I was
Yep.
gonna say Sting. They won.
Yep.
Can't
Barrett
be a
made
bee.
All right.
Its own joke, I guess.
Might be the best day we've ever had. They
Wow.
lead you outside, and you're able to continue on your journey if you wish.
Notus. What are you doing? I wanna check
Oh,
in
yeah.
since you've been quiet for a bit.
Did you? Yeah. What name tags did you give them?
Oh.
Whatever name tags they asked for.
Oh
They're a
no.
collective of bees, so when you ask them, you get a whole slew of different names back.
I try to stitch as many names as I can hear.
How about be are many?
And
Be are many?
Yes, as in
Oh, we are many, right? Yes.
that's
what
instead
about
of sorry,
yeah.
sorry, it's this instead of yeah.
Yeah, there is many names they go by, like Beatrix, Beely, like Billy. They go Bianca.
I
Bethany?
imagine one of them is covered in hundreds of names. Like one of the outfits is hundreds of names stitched all over it,
Yeah.
and the other one is just BR many.
Yeah, yeah.
The other one group was one group voted, and the rest of them were like, no.
No.
We are B.
There is no I in team. There is I in hive though.
There is I hive.
All right, perfect. Barnaby. Sorry, there's so many good ones.
At the very end, like at the front door, like as I step outside, I grab a little wood thing where it says "Honey Sweet Home" and that like hanging on the front door.
Oh.
Perfect. All right.
Honey,
Well,
I
with
shrunk the hive.
You can choose where to head next, I guess.
I guess here's fine, since we can make it across the
Okay,
muddy
if we
area.
go here,
This is all flooded now.
we go there, and then we go
And we go like
there.
boom.
Oh my
we go
god.
boom.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Now
we
you're
can go.
thinking
We
with.
can go. We can go like
Now you're
down
thinking with
here.
portals.
Now
Yeah.
we're thinking with portals.
Still can.
Yep.
Okay. Sure. You head this way. Let's double check.
Notus would have noticed while Baird was telling the story that he is very like passionate about it, and he genuinely like believes in like everyone when he's talking about everyone as a group. And depending on how I wonder how much information Baird reveals with a story like that, but
Speaking of stories, does Vaike
Mhm.
share the story of Jack with the rest of the group?
I don't. That was a personal moment me and Jack shared.
Damn.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
It might come up in conversation.
Okay. All right. So, in this neck of the woods, you do see there are more cut down trees. Great deal of them this time. Whereas before it was like one large one. Now there are dotted stumps every way you look. There's clearly some serious wood cutting going on through this area. And something else you notice as well is the river that you've kind of come up and onto. It doesn't really feel like this wasn't like a recent river. You can't see any reeds, for example, growing alongside the actual edge of this river. It's more like a muddy slough as well. There's like way more muddy than the other ones have been before. Like all the soil almost has just been tilled. And yeah, looking through it, it's almost like this gigantic drag mark that water has simply funneled into and has created this gully. And it looks recent, like, and I'll just try and describe how bit wide this river is. It's probably like several 100 feet wide as well. And normally a river widens the older it is,
Mm-hmm.
because of course it keeps on eroding away at the edges. So to see a recent river of this magnitude and this width is bizarre, to say the least.
Does it look natural, or more like it being dug out by someone?
Yeah, give me a survival check.
I can do that.
Best way
I
to-
can do survival.
I can.
Yeah.
Hey,
See, I can do this.
Go. You can do this, Garreth. Let's go.
I know rivers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like a gigantic plow has come through the soil and just completely dug up everything on its path. And it's exactly the same size as what I described. A plow must have been like hundreds of feet wide and incredibly heavy, like large enough that it would have broken the topsoil. And it doesn't look like a tool has been made. The edges are sort of rough as well. And looking back the way you came, you can see this is actually avoided the trees as well. It hasn't knocked anything over. It's not a path of destruction. You can see where it has literally winded its way. Like there's parts where it twists and turns, and it deliberately does so in a fashion to avoid knocking down trees.
But there are cut down
it
trees.
also seems to be lots of them, yes. And it's almost as if it's following in the wake of them. And what else can you tell?
Just
There's no signs of any footprints, Garreth. No signs of like man-made tools or anything. This it's weird. You would imagine it is natural, but only natural in the sense if a massive, large landmass just came through and plowed out the entire river. Like a
Just
tectonic plate movement. Sorry, go on, Vaike.
Yeah, sorry. Looking around, is it flowing down the hex or is it flowing up the hex?
It's you can tell from the drag marks, it's gone this way, like dragged down. So it started perhaps somewhere off in the mists, and which you've just come through, by the way. Like when you emerge from the mist, you're a little bit disorientated, and you look down, and that's when you just suddenly see it. Like you realize you've been sailing into this. You can't remember when it stopped being clear, clean water, and when it became a muddy trail dragged through the river. That's why it suddenly kind of appears. But it's evident that something has come this way, and you're following it.
Are there any?
It also heads that way, just for tiles, so you can tell which way it is going. It's gone this way into this tile here. Not to this one. So,
are there any? Yeah. Are there any drag marks of the logs, like they're being dragged to the water?
Yes, there are. There is drag marks, and I will say though that they're not into this muddy path, but into a separate river. So there's another river on the other side of this, say like here, and that's a clearer river, and you can see reeds have grown by this one. This one looks much more natural, and a natural waterway. They have been dragged to the river, yes. You can tell that.
Did Garreth tell us about the woodsman?
He did.
I did.
Okay. This is clear signs.
I think I did.
You did.
Yeah, this is clear signs of like logging, right? Like that's what the vibe everyone's getting here.
Can we look around the area? Still looking out for like threats, but like just give this place a nice like once over while we're here. Figure out like if there's anything of interest here. That one center tree seems interesting.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna keep my guard up. The axe wielding maniac in the woods. Keeping my guard up.
Me?
No, a different one. There's two of them. It's kind of scary.
The other woodsman.
Oh, that's what the tree said. He was angry when he said that I was another woodsman.
Yeah, exactly. And if the tree is mad at a guy, you know you messed up. You know that guy messed up, so I'm keeping my guard up.
Yep. Okay. All right then. Do you want to check out the central tree?
Yeah.
Okay. The central tree is almost like sat here, defiant compared to the rest of them. It's the only one that hasn't been touched, and there is clearly signs that all the other trees around have been dragged away and given like almost a wide berth around this tree. They haven't dragged it near it.
Defiant. Baird will like walk up and like tap the tree's trunk with a hand and just go, "We're going to find the woodsman and deal with it."
Maybe Garreth should go talk to the tree. He's got an affinity for plants.
He has an affinity for plants. The tree that nearly killed him.
No. Help. Oh yeah, maybe. No, not you. Bert, can you hold my axe?
Yeah.
The other tree almost tried to knock me to sleep when I had an axe with me.
Okay. And Baird is like holding the axe like awkwardly, like he's never held an axe in his life.
Seems you have learnt well and heeded the warnings of the other tree, because instinctually the tree flinches when you hand the axe over to Baird, and you see a slight rustle from it.
Can you do me one better? Can you drop it in the hole?
Yeah, I'll put the axe in the portable hole. That is not accessible.
Okay.
The axe is gone. The
next-
axe is gone. We're not here to harm you. We're not here to cut down any trees. I say in Sylvan.
Okay. You shout this out.
Yeah.
And you definitely see the response of a tree is slightly twisting its trunk in your direction. I mean, it's hard to tell which direction the tree is facing. It's 360, but it definitely twists its trunk slightly. A branch reaches down towards you, Garreth, and gently grabs a hold of you. Do you resist?
Nope.
Okay. All right, then it grabs you and begins to lift you all the way up, higher into the canopy, where it sort of holds you for a moment, and then it slowly turns you around, almost like looking you over, searching for perhaps any other like axes.
Oh fuck!
Garreth,
Your mini axes.
A real Merry and Pippin moment.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm guessing your sickles kind of come a little bit loose as it jostles you.
One moment. Jack.
Here, I'll catch it.
Yeah.
Can you get the sickle for me, please? And drop it in the hole, please.
You gotta
just
catch
drop
it.
I'll catch it. Just drop it. I'll catch it.
No. The tree is less than 30 feet up, right?
Vaike, if you try to catch it, you know what happens.
Yep. Can I at least attempt?
Finger it a little bit.
Can I attempt?
You
Can I like make an acrobatics check?
So give me.
Yep.
I think we agreed it would be something like
sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. That's it. Sleight of hand. Yeah. So it is. Yeah, it's checks. No, that slips right out. And Jack is quick to dimensionally grab it and slip it into the hole. After that, after the kind of jostling, it looks around to the rest of the party. I don't think anyone else is carrying like.
I have a rapier.
Slashing weapons? No, that's not slashing.
I got two guns.
Notus is more of a needle.
Oh wait, a sickle is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a sickle is slashing.
Yeah, I thought. Okay, after that, then it does sort of lower you back down to the ground, head first. So you kind of get caked in a bit of mud, but you do land softly nonetheless. And the trees, they kind of bend down slowly, and a branch nearby just sort of caresses the trunk, the stump of one of the other cut down trees. But this one doesn't seem to speak and seems to lack a face. It's not like the tree ant that you saw before, but it definitely has a way of communicating, that's for sure. It clearly has emotions. But it then, as you say, like, we're going to help, we're going to get the woodsman.
I didn't use those words just yet, but...
No, I think Baird said something like...
Oh, yeah.
Baird
said
that we're going to take care of the woodsman.
Okay. In that case, then... the branches begin to coalesce together and all point in a certain direction. And they point down.
Oh. They're that
point
close?
Here. They sort of
So wait, the
point
river
back
goes
at the tree stumps
this
and
way,
point that way.
and the other river goes this way, or rather the tree. Okay, that's confusing.
Which way?
It is. In fact, I should totally just switch these tiles around. That'd make more sense, but I'm leaving it as is because that's what I've already said. In the weirdest way, you probably do see that this massive dragged river does cross over the other river. That's probably why you're even able to sail on this in the first place, because he's kind of the drag has merged the rivers, right? It's created a second river by splitting the waterway. So there you have it.
I will look towards the tree and I say, is there any assistance that we could get? Anything that would help us dealing with the woodsman?
Doesn't seem as though it responds or understands, perhaps, what you're saying. But notice you can definitely tell there is a darkened color on this tree where the shade of its canopy stretches. It's almost completely black and void, especially as it like caresses the stumps. And the only thing you can see that might give an indication of how to help is that it's almost like as it's looking at these stumps, it's almost like crying, but not tears, but rather shedding seeds.
Oh.
Can I start burying seeds where they fall?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I'll start burying seeds as they fall, and go get a cup of water and pour like some water over it, and like impromptu gardening, I guess.
Oh, I wish I had some Druidcraft.
If anything, it's kind of the drag marks where this massive plowed up land has gone. Actually, kind of makes the perfect kind of tilled soil in sections like near the waterway, right? Supply of water. It's deep enough in the earth. You can maybe make some planted trees here.
You know that conversation in Avatar that like Aang gives Heibai about like how the forest will regrow? I think Barrett basically tries to give that like speech.
Okay. As you give the speech and bury the seeds, you hear crickets beginning to chirp merrily nearby. And the tree begins to stand more upright, its branches no longer drooping down to the earth. They stand tall and steadfast. And they deliberately move their branches out of the way of wherever you're planting them, such as they're not blocking any kind of sunlight.
Yeah. I make sure that some of them are near the stumps so that they may use the stumps to like grow like into and like for support as they get like larger and things.
Oh, you know what? One last thing. As you finish kind of planting these all, you see it does sprout one last seed. And it's the last seed before it kind of goes perfectly still. And this looks like unlike the other seeds, this looks like it's kind of like a golden acorn. And it suddenly drops right into the palm of your hands.
I will bow my head in respect to the giant.
You can write on your sheet you have a golden acorn.
Ooh.
All right. And the question is, where do you go from here? Do you follow the dragged tilled earth, or do you follow the river where the logs are dragged onto?
The tree understood us, right?
I think it did. I think it understood us at least through our actions, if not through our demeanor and the things we were doing.
We should go talk to the woodsman.
Before we leave, can I ask them if they are familiar with the name Northwind? Was it?
Oh, yeah. From the carnival.
Yeah.
This looks like an acorn tree. I forget what that's called.
An oak?
It's just called an acorn, right?
Nope.
Okay, it's an oak. Okay.
Oaks drop acorns.
Yeah, you're right. It's an oak. It's an oak. Yes. Whereas Northwind was a sycamore.
He was.
And
But Northwind also dropped acorns, right?
He dropped the spinning maple leaves.
oh, that's right, maple. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, they're maple seeds. Any case,
Okay.
there isn't a response from the tree.
Hmm.
It doesn't understand you, and you've already been told by the other tree that they will make you a friend of the forest.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
will tell you how to talk to the trees.
Yeah.
As of right now, it doesn't look like this one is able to speak. It lacks the mouth, but Baird may be right in that you can tell by your actions that you mean well.
Through the power of waving your arms in a vague direction, we can all communicate.
In a vague direction. Yep.
Yes, in a
Yeah,
fake direction.
That's it.
So we're going to go talk to this woodsman.
I
Can
think.
do.
Yeah, I think.
Or you can go this way. It's really up to you what you want to
Hey,
investigate.
should we go left first and then go to the woodsman? I feel like
No.
that would at least help us clear out the bottom.
We gotta talk to this guy.
Yeah, I think the woodsman.
He's been chopping down trees. He's a problem. We gotta talk to him.
Yeah, let's go to the woodsman first. I think. What do you think, Garreth?
Yeah, Woodsman is this way.
Yeah.
So we were going the right direction.
Yeah.
That's the
Okay.
Woodsman's place.
Yeah, bum.
A bum. I mean, he is out here. He is out here.
Country bumpkin. Okay. It doesn't quite look as bad as that. All right. Let me find the map for you. Okay.
Let me get my sickle and my axe back.
I do. Let you get them.
Jumping in the hole.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, you're going to be confused a little bit at first.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Okay. So you
Left
do
is
come
up.
across a camp. Yeah, no, that's why it's confusing. You do come across what you saw on the hex there, real quick. There is a little campsite. You can tell there is like a fire set up. There is a little tent as well, and an axe is embedded deep into a nearby stump. Someone has been chopping up a great deal of logs in this area. Now, there are footfalls and footprints all around this camp. Several of them lead off towards tree stumps, and several of them lead off and into the swamp further beyond. And I'll need a survival check because this camp currently is not occupied. Someone has been here recent as well. The fire has actually only just been put out. And a 10 is not going to cut it.
Can I bardic inspo? Will that matter?
God bless
yeah,
bards.
Yeah, it might matter.
Dude, he's on fire.
16.
Oh, definitely matter. All right. You absolutely can tell where the tracks lead, and this woodsman's clever. And they know what they're up to, and I'll tell you why they're clever in a minute. But for now, you can see the rest of the camp has a couple of pelts as well. There are several animal skins. There is what else is there? Well, everything you'd imagine from a normal kind of camp. But if you wanted to follow these tracks and find out where they lead, that seems to be the more interesting part.
Yeah.
But the camp is entirely clear, right?
There's no one here, yeah. Someone's been here recently.
Jack, wanna leave a surprise? I'll ask Jack to leave some slippery oil on the axe.
Okay, yeah, that works. Alright, you leave them a little bit of that, and as you're trudging through the muck, and the swirling fog begins to part, there reveals a strange sight. There is a raft with several logs attached to it, and attached to that is another rope with a small boat, like a canoe, if anything, but that's got a tent pitched up inside of it as well. But the raft is actually tethered a long, long distance, like several 60 feet of rope, all the way over towards, well, something in the distance, something swirling in the fog, but you can hear it. There is this heavy grinding sound. You hear the kind of the stretching of wood and creaking. There's just a great deal of like movement and rumbling in the ground and earth. And as you approach, you suddenly see there is a small mastiff that basically hops off of the raft and begins barking in your direction.
I'll speak with animals and go, "Hi," and I'll be quiet. I'll say like, "Pardon, be quiet."
How long to speak with animals last?
10 minutes.
It normally lasts 10 minutes. So I don't know if it's still up at this point. You definitely was selling, definitely
That's fine.
Over at this point. But it's obvious what the dog is clearly saying, because it is barking like it's on alert. And it's not long since you arrived that you see the tent flaps beginning to open up. And I guess because you're coming from the top, aren't you? I'll just place you up here. Makes more sense. All right. This dog is looking back at the tent, and you start to see a figure emerge. He's a human, gruff beard. He's got like shaven sides to his head, and his hair's kind of swept back, a little bit sweaty looking. He's got some furs, even like furred armor, and he pulls out what looks to be quite a large great axe, and a skinning knife in one hand as well. As he emerges, he jumps to the front of the boat. And go, who goes there?
We hear you're breaking some rules.
That's how you want to start this, bird?
Rules of the land that likely will punish you if you don't learn them. I see you're human. How did you get here?
He looks at you for a moment, just sort of sizing you up. And he looks around the rest of the forest. And actually, before answering, he does ask his dog, says, "Snark, is that all of them? No one's sneaking up on us, is there?" And you just see the dog kind of look around and bark, and then barks again back in your direction. Why do you care?
Because harming the land here is dangerous. For more reasons.
Well, I'm on good authority, so you need not care.
If it's the authority of the hags, they have no right.
It is their realm now.
It isn't. Just because the other owner is out of commission doesn't mean it transfers ownership. They may take claim, but you have no right to the lives of beings.
Just because they've taken ownership doesn't mean they have ownership.
The rule of ownership does not allow one to take by might.
I'm taking because I need.
It
I'm
doesn't
taking to supply for my family.
It doesn't matter. Are you leaving things in return? And it doesn't allow you to take a life without asking it. A life must be freely given in these woods.
Alive or not, it's all kindling in the fireplace.
That's
Look,
not the
look.
way it works.
Guys, I
Trees
think
are
we got off to
angry.
I think we got off to the wrong foot here, guys. Everybody, let's calm down. All right. So you said you need to take these trees to provide for your family. Well, what's up with all the wood?
Bavlorna has requested that I gather wood for her.
Is she
And
holding your
pelts if I come across them.
she holding your family hostage?
He lets out a long, deep sigh. My family are safe.
Are they
So
with
long
you?
as I keep Bavlorna happy.
Mm. Do you got your family like on you, or is she keeping them like under lock and key?
Mm.
Can I roll an
No,
insight
they
into
do not.
talking about his family? Is he being honest?
Yeah, absolutely. He says they are not
No, I have
here.
no idea. I have no clue if
They
he's being
wouldn't.
honest or not. That's great.
Mm.
They do not live here in the swamp. This is no
Mm.
place for a home.
I'm guessing you're from. They're probably up and Downfall.
He seems to let you guess, but doesn't confirm whether they
Yeah.
are or not.
I'm aware
He's
of
not.
this, so
He clearly doesn't trust you,
yeah.
and is not going to give away his family's location.
Look, man, I'm
He says,
gonna
"Keep
get
guessing."
keep guessing.
I'm not telling you. Yeah, he
Yeah.
says, "Keep guessing." I'm not telling you where they are.
Look, man, we got off to the wrong foot. All right, so we've been speaking to some trees and some of the forest denizens, and it
Mhm.
looks like your logging is kind of throwing off the whole entire vibe here. It's not the greatest, and we understand with that you're being forced to do this against your will, but we are gonna let you know that we're here to take down the hags, the Hourglass Coven. They're getting kicked out. We're bringing Zybilna back. So, just giving you a heads up that if you're gonna stand in our way, we will put you down. Just gonna let you know.
Like that, is it? Well,
We're not saying
I
that
don't
we're
know.
going to hurt you.
I mean, we will hurt you if push comes to shove. I mean, we're not gonna kill you. You're a family man.
The hag will hurt you. That is
Oh,
the
and
only outcome in this scenario.
and I'm
But
gonna
the heck
punch her.
already hurt us.
Oh, she already hurt us 8 years ago. I got a grudge. And this fist, I will hold up my fist. It's gonna punch her so hard in the face, so hard.
They've hurt April.
Hmm.
That we're not happy with.
This is a revenge quest.
Your revenge. Look, I don't think you realize just how in over your heads you are. The hags, they're far too strong for some upstart adventurers to go in and think they can wrestle them to the ground. They're stronger than you.
Mm-hmm.
Stronger than anyone here in this swamp.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is fun. Probably, yes.
You're absolutely
It's
right,
with-
sir.
Perhaps
But-
If
you're.
someone didn't like the state of things, they would have tried to change it already. And I can
No.
assure you, no one heard of them ever again.
Baird will stand up and say, "You're wrong. A single person may be incapable of changing things alone. But we've already met people in the swamp. People we're helping. People we're going to change this place with. You have an opportunity to make what has been done right, and to put yourself on the right side of history. Stop the cutting. Swear off of it and apologize. We will be able to take care of Bavlona.
You expect me to trust you on your word? You expect me to put faith in you where others have already failed?
Yes?
My family comes first.
That's fair. I completely understand where you're coming from, man. We're just gonna let you know that we've already cleaned up one of the old wells. We've already done that. We've already gone through and we dismantled part of that red scarfed rabbit's regime. We got back the vessel that he was using to steal memories. We're about to hit the tollway. We're already doing stuff's already moving. Things are happening. And look, you were not asking for your help, and I understand why you're skeptical. Everything that you've said, no problem with. And I'm just going to tell you right now, we're giving you the choice. You can stop cutting, you can get your family and find somewhere safe, maybe stay at the inn on legs. Stay somewhere safe because change is going to
Don't go to the inn.
Change is going to Oh, right. No, wait, actually don't go to the inn. Or if you do, leave your axe. But change is coming whether you like it or don't. And I'm just trying to make sure you don't get hurt.
You're human. You're not from this place. This is a place that follows rules that Bavlona knew you didn't know. She's tricked you. You're breaking the rules of this place every single time you cut an axe into a tree.
I mean,
It will come up to harm you. This land won't forget what you've done. You need to make it right for your and your family's sake, or you may never see them again.
Whoa. That's a little
I'm not making a threat.
This is definitely not a threat. This is a promise.
Okay.
The forest is angry.
Bed can roll me a persuasion check with disadvantage. He is hostile, and he doesn't seem to have a what's the word? A compassion for the trees. Clearly, though, I would like Vaike to instead roll me an intimidation check as well.
Can I use my strength for that?
I'll use my Kenku recall then.
The thing is, you're not being imposing with physicality, but rather what you're trying to do is make him believe that you will follow up on your threat, that you will take him out. And that feels to me much more like a charisma than anything else. I know it's not your strong suit.
Yeah, but, AI, +1.
If he doesn't... He doesn't believe. Yeah, he might not believe that you're going to follow up on this. This could be just an empty threat. But go ahead, roll an intimidation check. This one is just flat though.
I used Kenku recall so I can get the 18 instead.
Oh, to give yourself
advantage.
To cancel out disadvantage. And the first roll was 18.
Yep.
Okay. All right then. So he seems to think for a moment, and when you mention, what's best for his family, he's given pause, and he kind of sinks the axe into the side of the boat, and just folds his arms. He does mention, though, why do I have to trust your word. When you could take out Bavlorna as you've been saying, then I would have no need to work under her anymore. Why must I comply with you? If what you say is true, and you hold true to your word, if she is no longer an issue, then I will have no need further to be in this land to safeguard my family.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if I stop working and you fail in your task, then I am in danger.
Baird will say, we could fabricate a complicated lie, put you in such a state that you couldn't work. Motioning towards the axe and say, I'm sure if you broke your own axe, the trees may see it as a beginning of change.
Oh.
It's not much, but it's a start.
Wait. He has another axe?
He's a couple.
He does have multiple axes. Oh yeah.
Of course, he has multiple axes.
Does he think this is
He's
a
got-
noob? This guy's a pro woodsman.
What
He's
if
got three,
we-
if you must know.
What if some
He's got-
intrepid adventurers came in
He
and
says you're not breaking Lucy,
Hey.
and he taps the side of his belt where there is a particularly keen-looking axe.
Mm-hmm.
Baird will say, you could also safeguard it to us. We could... Bavlorna can't punish you for people who have stolen away your things in the night.
Look,
We can't steal.
I know you can't trust us. There's no reason to trust us. Again, we're strangers, and what you said is absolutely fair. How do you know we're gonna be different? At the same time, we, unlike any other adventurers, actually have proof of our resolve. We've begun to dismantle part of the Hag's Coven. We've already freed 2 members. That being, I'll protect the names because I don't want to be giving that information because we can't even trust you. But we've also, what was the rabbit guy's name? I keep forgetting, the red scarfed guy.
Eggnog?
Blue scarf.
Blue
Agdon.
scarf. Agdon.
Agdon.
And we've already
Eggnog.
took down. We've already took down.
Agdon.
We've
Yeah,
already took
Eggnog.
down some of Eggnog's lackeys, and that's actually where we're going to be heading next. Is we're going to be going to the Tolle and paying him a visit. And no reason to believe us, but I don't know if any other adventurer has been able to put their money where their mouth is, like we have.
Baird is going to, as Vaike is saying this, Baird will step forward and say, because we have no other choice but to finish this.
That's
we
true.
will get it done.
Ooh.
Damn.
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry,
Damn.
let's.
Notus just goes to pet
Meanwhile-
the dog.
Yeah.
Okay, you
Here
can
I was
go
thinking
over and
of the
pet the dog.
persuasion check.
Snark
The more
begins
important
to lick your hands, and he seems actually very well mannered. And looks back at Lyndon for his name's Lyndon for a confirmation, almost like, do we trust this one? And,
I'm just going to sit down and give it some jerky and just be like, good dog.
Lyndon just gives a nod towards the dog, seemingly allowing you to pet them, and says, "This plan of yours, it's stupid as hell. It is impossible to defeat the hag.
Yeah.
If you really think you can best her, feel free, be my guest. But I cannot lie to the hag.
Then disappear.
If I disappear, she will ask why. I have a delivery due. She is expecting me.
Okay. That sounds
When
perfect.
is this delivery? Is that tomorrow?
It is sometime soon, once I have filled this raft.
Oh.
That said,
Once you fill,
if I turn up
if you
with an
don't
axe-
fill the raft, then there is no delivery, right?
If those are the exact words she used, then
no, they are not the exact words. Look,
what are they?
I'm trying to tell you that I myself do not... I lack the cunning that you might have. Trick this hag. I will not be able to lie face to face with her. If she will see straight through me. If I break my axe, which I don't intend to do, she will still ask why I did not make another. It's exactly why I carry spares in the first place. It is a weak excuse. The only way I see this working is if you stop me. And with that, he pulls out the other axe and holds them. He says,
How sturdy does he look?
I can't... Sturdy? How sturdy does he look?
Yeah.
He's shouting at
on a
pretty
scale
muscular.
of 1 to 100 HP.
is he challenging us to an honorable duel, basically giving himself an excuse to like why his things are missing? Is this what's going on here?
That's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah.
And
That's-
he says,
I'll
I
step- I'll
can't
step up
chop
to
wood
that.
if I have a broken arm.
Yeah, dude, I'm smiling.
Yeah.
I'm
Barrett,
smiling. This is what I've been waiting for.
I presume he's not even angry at us at this point.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't sound to be, no. He
No.
just says, like, almost as if, come on, let's get on with this.
Keep the dog out of it. Keep the dog out of it. Let him sit.
Knock. Go back to the tent.
Can I go with the dog?
Yes, you can.
Wait.
Sure.
A
You
non-lethal
can if you'd
combat.
like to. It seems that way.
I ain't holding back
He
my
doesn't
punches.
believe he... Yeah.
I'm making this
Okay.
believable. We gotta trick this hag.
Until the final bit, I'm sure that it's fine if we go all out until like a final strike.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, please roll initiative, guys, and let's get this
Oh.
underway.
I'll never roll a good initiative.
But yeah, it does seem like he isn't just rushing or throwing axes at you. He has his arms out, stretched. He's like beckoning you to come on and onto the raft and fight him.
Mhm.
And yeah, we'll start with, I believe Baird's up first. Yeah.
Okay. Bear then Notus, but Notus is a non-combatant this round.
You'll still get to do stuff turn by turn if you wish to enter at any point. I'll just keep you on there for now. But Baird, yeah, you're definitely up first. And yeah,
Yeah.
it says,
Baird will like nod like with like it's honorable, but it's also got this kind of like yeah, this is kind of like a duel, like a play fight almost, in a manner of speaking. It's obviously more than a play fight, but it's got this energy to it that Baird likes.
all right.
As he will draw his rapier, like making sure, like kind of with permission, like with his eyes before he does so, and then draw.
He nods.
Mm-hmm.
And he's almost as if he's letting you have the first strike.
Yeah.
His arms are outstretched, sort of just letting you attack him. And yeah, as you try to break the tough fur hide, he has got some sturdy armor that just takes the blow. And he goes, You'll have to hit harder than that if you wish to pierce Bavlona's skin.
Whoa.
No, Baird nods, like seeing this as he's also trying to teach us something. As Baird like strikes, he does that similar technique that he's done before as well.
Okay.
I will keep a keen eye on that technique. Trying to rack my brain if I recognize it from anywhere.
Notice, you see Snark instantly barks as the attack goes off, but Lyndon is shouting, No, Snark, stay. Notus, did you want to do anything?
I will pet Doggo and
Doggo.
attempt to peer into the tent while I distract Doggo.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm a snoop.
Ooh.
Little Snoopy. Okay. Yeah, Snark is thoroughly comforted by your presence and doesn't seem to stop you. Peering into the tent, Notice, you see there are several animal skins. So, out of all of them, 2 are far more distinct than the others. Massive, long, stretched out anacondas. There are 2 gigantic constrictor snakes piled in here.
Oh, he bought them?
Maybe he stole them.
One of them's chopped in twain.
Wait, what does that mean?
Into.
It sounds
Yeah.
familiar. I've heard it before. Is it
Sliced in twain means in 2.
Okay.
Like parted in the middle.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And give me what have you got? Perception. Give me that perception check as well, because there's something a little bit more. Might be hidden out of sight. Okay, you're distracted by the gigantic snake skins at this point. You can take the turn by turn to have a little look around as well.
Yeah,
there are
that's fine.
smaller belongings, but for now, that's the first thing you see. Garreth, you're up.
Let's move a bit closer. Jack as well. But Jack is gonna create a portal and do the puddle thing because we like puddles. This one. Let's do it again.
I almost feel like this is both his manner of testing us as well as like.
It does feel that way. The
It's kind of
13 a save.
Yeah,
It is. Yeah.
but that's for this round.
There's,
Next
what is
round.
this?
Oh, nothing. Jack is
Okay.
feeling a bit quasi. Don't worry about it. Oh, here, have a cookie. Where is it? Where's my cookie
Alright.
cutter? There.
Tell me. Okay.
And
yeah,
this
that's a hit.
speed is removed by 10 feet. Or lowered.
Yep.
Lessened
thing.
by 10 feet.
All right. He got it. And he goes, that's more like it. That might do some damage.
Okay.
Then it's his go. And for a bonus action, he's going to kick the stack of logs out from underneath Baird's feet. And I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw as suddenly you find yourself running on logs as they become tumbling down on top of you.
Oh,
That's
there you
pretty
go.
good. Okay. Yeah, you are pushed back to like several feet, but you don't fall prone, and nor are you crushed by the logs, which kind of scatter out and onto the ground.
I imagine for a second like Baird like stepping on them like stairs. As they roll.
You did not want to put Jack in the way of a woodsman.
Oh no!
You can be more focused on Baird. It's okay.
He immediately turns to Jack, and with one swing of his woodcutter's axe,
I can't watch.
slices down.
Oh no!
Oh, Jack. Okay. Whew.
And I rolled quite low actually on the d12. But as you notice, there's 2 extra d6 of damage, which
This
is
a plant.
when you suddenly see this. Yep, it's plant. It does more damage to plants.
But he has his outfit on.
Oh,
But yeah, you do see it does get cut quite deeply, and there's a sheen on the axe suddenly, as if it activates some sort of magical property. And immediately you see the protective suit that he's still wearing lights up and protects him from the first strike.
Oh no.
He is going, the first. The second strike is made with Lucy.
Oh man.
This one's not as severe, but it does break Jack's armor, and it sparks and sputters as it breaks and falls away from Jack. It does also attempt to teleport him. It does also attempt to teleport him outside of the carnival, but you're in a different realm at this point, so it sort of doesn't work and it malfunctions. If anything, the suit teleports, but he doesn't.
Wait,
and Jack is kind of left there and
he is supposed to teleport outside the carnival. We are outside the carnival, so
yes, I know that. He doesn't teleport, no. But the suit basically sputters and malfunctions.
Oh.
And it's basically not usable from now on. You can't charge it back up. It's damaged. It's broken to pieces. That's his go though. Jack's tanking by the looks. Vaike, you're up.
Go, Jack.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You can like making a long jump isn't like an action. I can just like jump onto the raft and get over here.
Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of logs kind of rolling around here.
Oh.
So I'll say if you want to try and land on it, you can also give me the acrobatic, because it's your turn. I'll say you can roll acrobatics.
Well, I mean, can I just get to this? Would that be so hard?
No, it's not, but I'm just going to make you roll it anyway, because there's so many logs that when he's kicked it, they've all kind of tumbled down, and you're fine anyway.
16, yeah.
This just makes it a little bit more interesting, because he's using the terrain against you, and that's why I placed him on the raft to begin with. But you're basically balancing on a log, like rolling back and forth, and trying to get your strikes in at the same time. He looks at you with an impressed kind of nod. Go ahead, make your attacks.
All right, so I get flanking with Jack, right?
You are.
Technically, yeah.
Yep. All right, he's got the full combo coming at him. Why am I rolling at advantage? Oh,
Why is it disadvantage?
Oh, it's doing the thing again!
Check. Yeah, you're right, it is. Yeah.
So that would a 16?
A 16 does hit, so 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
Conk, right across the face. He spits out a blood after you leave a bruise in his face. And he says,
Crimson Fist. Ah, that's a miss.
I felt Shrubbery's punch harder than that.
Oh, really? I'm gonna use Action Search and hit him again.
Nice.
Dude!
Oh, damn. Yep.
Maybe he did feel Shrubbery hit him harder.
Yeah.
All right. He says, your limbs would have broken on Bavlona's skin.
I'm just getting warmed up.
Ulric, where is he? There he is. I have to charge into the fray. And I think, let's give him a quick deck save as well. Or rather, acrobatics.
He's got that.
12. Yeah, he's fine. That's only a low DC. Alright, so he charges. He's going to make a bonus action with his horns. I know he'd normally rage this turn, but let's get the Goring Rush in. Which is his horns attack. There it is.
Let's go, Ulric.
There we go. Solid hit. Ooh, wow. Yeah, that one really stung. He takes the impact. Looks down and sees the horn. It's like embedded in his chest. Not bad. There, you're back up.
Okay. I will jump over.
Okay. Get this.
Should I roll acrobatics as well?
Oh yeah, please.
Come on, bird.
Can't quite do it.
Okay, you fall prone into the logs here. You're not crushed or anything. The logs have already kind of all fallen. The first save was the worst one. But when you fall prone, you're unable to stand back up this turn, because as you try to, basically your limbs are just rolling around on these logs.
Mm. I will look towards the woodsman and go, you know, as he's like next to his feet, he goes, you know, I never liked the smell of sandalwood.
Oh, he
nope.
passes. He looks at you and says, you know, if I do give up wood cutting, might have to raise some chickens on a farm. Okay. The notices go again.
Did you notice something?
I don't know yet. Again, it's keeping the dog well distracted. I'm gonna pull out a sturdy bit of cloth and play tug of war with the dog and.
All right. Roll strength check. No,
Oh, no.
I rolled on that one. You rolled on that one.
You both rolled that one.
Hey, but Notus
Oh,
is
I still
stronger.
win.
You still win. Yeah, the fabric probably tears in the middle, and both of you fall back. You into the tent, and Snark into the back of the boat, or into the river, maybe, just splashing around. Yeah.
Oh, dogs can
They
swim.
jump back up. They do. They doggy paddle back over, and they shake off, covering you in swamp water.
That's fine.
But they seem to be having a great time. They're wagging their tail.
Save me, Garreth. I don't have hit points for being prone next to a melee attack.
Mm-hmm. Garreth?
So at the start of his turn, he'll get restrained by Jack. Don't worry.
How hard?
Fine.
How hard is he hit?
Pretty hard.
It'll show up if he's like
A
less than half
D12.
hit
Yeah,
points.
yeah. Okay. Sorry. Jack is gonna disengage and go back wherever the other portal is, so he's gonna create a new portal.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna do a Hail Mary.
I don't think sleep's going to help us here.
Let him play the game.
This is the one thing
Okay.
that might
It has
take it.
served you well up till
Mhm.
now. You want to roll it?
I'm not sure if I want to roll it. Yeah. Nope. That's not gonna work.
That is not enough. And if anything, it's only more likely to put someone else to sleep. No, you've positioned it in a way that doesn't hit anyone. But no, he shrugs it off and says, was that supposed to do something? Oh, he yawns.
Yeah. Don't you feel sleepy?
Mm.
This fight is getting boring.
Only from how boring this fight is.
Okay. I had my turn, and Lyndon needs to roll another. Was it a strength save?
Yeah. Which he passes.
Well, he's a strong
In fact,
man.
he's gonna rip himself. He's gonna rip himself free from that in a second. But first of all, let's get.
Another save, a check. No, wait. Sorry. It is a save. It is a save.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the advantage of having bed on the floor, and go for a chop on them with
Yeesh.
advantage.
That was nice knowing you, Bird.
That's gonna hurt. Gonna sting, yeah. Gonna
Yeesh.
chop you down, and then he's gonna use... as he like chops down, definitely leaves a wound, and then he spins the axe round and brings it back round on the back of the axe. And that just gives you a hearty thud in the chest, winds you, but doesn't actually dig into your flesh or anything like that. And after that, because you're prone, I guess he can actually like stand up on top of you, like presses his foot down onto your chest and tries to keep you down.
Yikes.
All right, that's just gonna end his go. He kicks away logs. Like the logs are kind of all rolled away by now.
Okay, so I can. So I don't want to step into the puddle that's still here. I mean, can I move through the puddle, or does it mess me up?
It will mess you
It
up.
does mess you up.
Yeah, so
you
I'll,
can jump
I'll take the
over it.
long. Or yeah, I can hop over it. I'm gonna get to this side so I can keep my flanking with Ulric,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna try to swing on him.
Another hit.
Back of the head with
Ooh.
the shield, and then when he turns around to face me, I'm gonna sucker punch him with the cestus.
Nice. Yeah, here we go. Now he's laying out the damage.
Oh, cool.
And then as he's reacting to
Oh.
that, I'm gonna hit him in the shield again with the shield again. There we go.
He finally spits out a tooth. He's breathing heavily, and he looks a bit dazed as well from where you hit him on the back of the head. He is very wounded. And so long as I still have breath, I will fight.
I ain't stopping until you're on the floor, my friend.
He raises his arm and says, "You won't stop me from cutting down wood. Once I wake up, the chopping will continue."
You're gonna wake up with no arms, okay? You hear me? No arms.
Let's not go that far. Ulric is... do you want him to rage, guys?
Break some arms, Ulric.
He's looking quite injured. I think he might just be alright with just a flat
Reckless,
attack. I think
Yeah.
he can still reckless. Yeah, that's true. We'll go with a reckless attack. But we're gonna make it like
Non-lethal.
just... Yeah, it's bludgeoning. So you can do non-lethal with bludgeoning. And he is aiming for Lyndon's arm as well. It's like a cold shot, which would hit with a 25, like 100%. And basically sunders the axe, like breaking his wrist. The one of the axes drops into the wood, and he kind of stumbles, and he looks at his broken arm and sighs. But he's obviously in agony as well at the same time. He's like, Baird, you're up.
Okay.
Or rather, you're down.
I'm up. I mean, I'll stand.
You can
As
give me
he-
an athletics check to stand, I guess. He's trying to keep you down by standing on top of you. You can give me either one, I think. It's fine.
Ugh.
No, you are still pinned down by him.
Wouldn't he have had to roll grappling to keep me down anyway?
Yeah. He shouldn't be
He
able
did it
to.
as a bonus action.
He uses
He's
bonus
got a
action.
bonus
to attack.
action.
The bonus action was
No, he didn't.
something else.
He did.
He has multi-attack.
just
He's cool.
He has a multi-attack. That's what he did. And he just did a bonus action to pin you. He's clearly not. He's not a player character.
Mm-hmm.
You're
He's
pro.
a cool guy.
Roll with disadvantage. He's on fucking 3 hit points. Just do it. Like, you don't need to be standing up, right? Like, this fight's over whether you get up or not. He's gonna go down. Not if you don't roll that high enough, though. Someone else will have to do it. Notus.
Jack. Colin Jack.
This ain't it. Oh yeah. Jack will be up soon as well. But Notus, did you want to do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna continue to snoop into the inside of the boat. I just want to.
Another perception check.
Something about the way this guy has gone about things makes me think that there's something else. It feels almost familiar in a way that he can't say no to what he's been told he has to do.
Okay. There are just more animal pelts. He's collected a great deal of them. The real good question is, Notus, what does Bavlorna want with so many animal pelts? I mean...
And so many logs.
Yeah, and the logs... Yeah, there's a lot of logs, true. But these animal pelts are clean, they're neat. The kills that he's hunted are like... They're not... He's got a skinning knife, right? I mentioned before, and he's clearly quite adept at getting these off. And he's preserved them well, very neatly, and there's like 20 of them all stacked in a pile.
Are they all in pairs?
No, this isn't a twisted version of Noah's Ark. But,
No. It's just because you said there were 2 pythons.
Yeah, there were 2 gigantic constrictor snakes. That's true. Yeah.
And they were split in half, right?
And obviously, covens are generally
one of them
threes.
was. Yeah, one of them was split in half.
Oh, one of them.
There is no correlation between the numbers. You're not finding any, like 3s or 8s or whatever like that. It does just appear to be whatever they've come across, and they've killed, skinned, and piled up.
Yeah, he didn't mention that. So whatever her name is wanted him to get wood and any pelts he came across. Right?
Okay.
Am I making that up?
Garreth. Well, he said skins and
yes.
Yeah, specifically pelts and wood. Okay, Garreth.
You can run up behind him on the shore.
Yeah. By the way, can you tell us where we can find Bavlorna? As in, no, please?
He looks behind you and says, "No, I do that."
Thank you.
He spits a load of blood out, and probably a loose tooth.
Hit him with the back side of your egg.
It looks.
Woodsman
Looks at you, notices you miss a tooth as well, and he says, "Look, we match." Sounds like he's losing a lot of blood.
It's mine. Fuck! I just realized I don't have any bludgeoning weapons.
Use the like wood side of your axe. You have a weapon that can be bludgeoning. It'd just be a club.
Yeah. My axe doesn't do that much damage.
Portable hole?
No. I took it out of the portable hole.
Yeah, we retrieved it after we left the trees.
Or rather, before we entered this camping area.
Yep.
I don't remember you mentioning that, but
I
fine,
did
whatever,
say. I did say
okay,
it.
Go on then. Go ahead then. You can use like a blunt side of the axe. It will basically just do like minimum damage.
You can punch him.
Minimum damage is enough.
It did do minimum damage, and you will need to actually knock him out fully for this to work, which means you'll need to roll a con save. And yeah, I lied about him being on 3. He's actually got 6. So he's gonna turn and retaliate on you, Garreth.
No,
for sure.
Jack's still up. If this didn't work,
you want to...
Get in there, Jack! Yeah!
Go get him, Jack! What?
He's about to bring round the axe.
Yeah.
Do you want to risk Jack?
Yes, I do.
Jack can do this. Jack can do this.
Come on, Jack.
Okay, maybe he cannot do this.
Oh no. Nope. Kind of like punches the side of his leg.
He only has
Doesn't get
one of the
much done
axes
in
at
this
least.
moment.
He only gets one
Does.
swing.
That's it.
Alrighty. In that case, with one final swing, gonna go towards you, Garreth. He's gonna bring down Lucy. Once again. And cracks you so hard over the head that you're seeing stars. And yeah, you'll say, Avlona does not fight alone. Do not expect such an easy fight. He has minions. Many, many minions.
We've got
you're up.
friends.
Yeah.
Many more friends.
I'm just gonna.
They still outnumber you.
I'm gonna look at him. I'm just gonna say thank you, and I'm just gonna clock him. Try to make him go to bed. Yep.
Okay. I'll roll a Constitution save. See if he falls unconscious.
Wait.
He does not. So he's on 0, which is on death's door effectively. But he is not out. You'll have to hit him again, second time.
Oh, dude, come on. I mean, I won't hit him with like the cestus. I'll just like kick him in the head to try to make him go to sleep.
Good. Yeah. Another hit, another save, and this time he's got -2 to it.
Come on, man. Just don't make this easy, man. Come on.
Pavlona will not give up. She will fight on.
I'll make my third attack.
Is a worthy. Another hit. Okay, this one's a -4, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Finally. He says, what was his last words before he goes out?
So ends the final cut of the woodsman.
Yeah,
Or
something like that. No, actually, to you, Vaike, you'll say, just don't chop my arms off. And he falls to the ground, like, thuds into the mud, unconscious.
Yeah, as soon as he's unconscious, I'll like fireman carry him over to the boat, throw him in his shack.
I think we do have to, like, he has given us permission, like, we have to basically rob him now, but
We have to take the axes. He didn't give us permission, but we have to take his axes.
No, he did tell us we need to take his axes.
Yeah,
and break his arms.
Yeah,
but you two are the Feywild nerds, so whatever. I'm taking the axes whether he said so or not. He can't be chopping.
No. I'm taking the axes.
GM, Feywild wise, are we fine with the woodsman here? Like he wanted us to effectively rob him.
Broke his arm. I think that's enough to stop. Like even with one arm, it's very tricky to chop wood. You need 2 arms, really. So that's kind of done the job in that regards. The cool shot from Ulric was just like, you heard the bone break and his agony. The best you can do for him is like at least put it in a splint or something. So you can take the axes if you really want. He doesn't.
I want the axes.
Can't protest.
Garreth,
you both want axes. I hear.
No,
Garreth, look,
the axes.
You've got. You want Lucy or do you want the woodcutters? I mean, they're both they're actually kind of the same thing. Actually, I'll be honest.
Why not both?
I will leave him like a piece of paper, basically, like when the time comes to it. Like it's not in a. I won't leave a piece of paper. Rather, I'll like do something so that he knows that, like, I'll leave something in response so that he can have something to trade back to us when the time comes to it for us to return things.
No,
guys, we're not taking the axes.
He doesn't need to trade back for them. When we're done, and he doesn't chop the woods anymore, he can get his axes back.
Guys, we broke the guy's arm. He can't chop down trees. We don't got to take his axes. Just leave him with him.
Do you think Bavlona would expect us to take his armor since it was good armor?
We're not gonna leave the guy naked in his bow without his axes.
He just has leather armor, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Like mechanically speaking, it's just leather.
Okay, I was wondering if it was magic or something.
No, he just has like thick furs on it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I will get up and walk over to Notus and see what Notus is doing.
Okay.
Garreth, leave the axes.
No?
Garreth, leave the axes.
I made a promise to the woods that I would make sure that he would be dealt with.
And we broke his arm. He can't chop a tree. There's no reason to strip him of his dignity, Garreth. Just leave him.
Lorna can heal his arms, and then the whole thing is gonna start over again.
Okay, that gives us time. That gives us a window where we have to do stuff. He's gonna be out of commission for at least a while, and he can tell whatever this hag's name is, because I keep forgetting.
Bavlorna.
Bavlorna. He can tell her
My God,
that
Lorna.
he was beaten up by a group of ruffians, one being more handsome than the rest. He can tell this story, and he's gonna be fine. Leave him with his dignity, so that way he can still you can
Baird will just pick up the axes as he walks away.
Yeah.
I am looking very intently at Bird. Bird, leave the axes in his tent.
Yeah, Bird, leave the axes in his tent. Please.
I'm gonna.
Please.
You see you see Snark, the little mastiff, is barking. Well, actually, it's whimpering at first when you guys knock Lyndon down, and then they do start to bark a little bit more viciously when you do start taking stuff off of them. And if Baird's got the axe, you see that Snark is growling at you.
I'll put the axe handle in Snark's mouth.
It grabs a hold of it.
And
then rushes over to Lyndon and is over their body, protecting them with the axe in their mouth.
Can we at least move Lyndon back into his tent so he's comfortable?
I'm gonna fireman carry. If the dog will allow, I will fireman carry him into the tent.
But I'll help Notus look around the tent before he comes over.
I mean, I'm assisting with the dog because the dog's growling at the rest of you. So
yeah, Notus, I need the escort.
I am going to look around their tent for anything connected to Bavlorna as well, because he may have information he wasn't able to give us.
Yeah, anyone
didn't he tell us to go this direction?
He didn't tell you to go in any direction, no.
Oh, I thought he was cluing me in, as in I can't tell you where to go, but that's the way you need to go.
No, he didn't.
Oh.
In fact, when you asked, "Can you tell us where?" he said no, and then you went, "Thanks."
Yes, he said no, but he looked behind me.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's true, but it's you're not sure whether that's accurate or not. In any case, you already don't worry about it for now. Let's go ahead and roll any kind of checks you want to either investigate or perceive anything else that's lying around here. And I'm also going to roll for Ulric as well because he's over here by all the logs, and that's what my. Oh, okay. It does look like Lyndon is being protected by Snark, but notice when you come over and you start to help lift with Vaike, they don't just chop at your ankles. So yeah, Notus for befriending the dog seems to be able to let them pass. And Lyndon is placed down in the tent. You can make like a splint for his arm if you want. There's also quite a nasty wound over his face. Like clean
I
up
am
the blood
going
on
to
his,
find the
his
softest, most flowery fabric that I have to make a sling for his arm.
Yeah, I will take. I will see to it that his wounds are taken care of, and I will also place both of his axes next to him.
Baird will speak up and say, "We may not want to treat his wounds because Bavlorna may think that this is a deception."
You're right. That's a very fair point. Or no, he could have dressed it himself. It's fine. We can give him a sling and dress his wounds. He probably knows how to do it himself. It's not like he's going to be there tomorrow.
I mean, there is no tomorrow.
We should be fine. Just leave his axes.
Additionally, the raft is now empty because logs are floating away.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are logs kind of like dug into the mud. One or two are floated off. So, what did anyone else get anything good on this perception check yet? No.
I didn't roll perception yet.
I mean, I'm
Okay,
over there, so
alright.
I guess I could roll one while I'm doing stuff.
Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. All right.
12.
Oh, let's do a perception check as well.
12.
Perception Jack.
Perception check.
Perception
Perception
check.
check.
Cool. Okay. This actually makes sense that Jack notices this anyway, because as he's looking around for pieces of his armor, he's looking for metallic chunks, right? That he can piece back together.
Mhm.
And you can hear him like, oh no. Oh, scrap metal. Nuts and bolts. Wait, what the heck? What's this? Huh? And he pulls out something from in between the logs, and you hear a snap of like a twig. This was stuck on one of the trees, I think. And he pulls up a little key that was attached to it.
Wait,
Is this?
do I recognize the key?
It's a metallic key, but it is not the same key
Okay.
that you remember. It's not a silver key. It looks to be more
Oh,
like
it was
a
silver.
kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, yours was always known as the silver key. This is more like kind of made of pewter. And he says, "This was this is on one of the branches, I think." And he gestures towards where the log was, and you can see there's like a little twig that branches off, and the key is still attached to one of the twigs. I don't think he
Attached to-
noticed it.
Hmm.
Yeah, a twig was attached to the trunk, which he had chopped down, and on that twig there is a key. He hands it to you, Garreth.
Yeah.
You don't think it's the one for the cage? Doesn't look shiny enough.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh no, but even if it was, he needs his own key as well.
oh. Is there any locked stuff in there? He asks. And
Is
as you
there
look
any-
around the tent, there's
Is there
there's no lock boxes or trunks or anything of the sort. It doesn't look like this key was used for anything that he owned.
Okay, so it's not his. It just happened to be on the tree.
It might be the key to
Yep.
wherever his family's being kept.
I
he
don't think
did-
it has anything to do with it. I think it's
No.
It was just in one of the logs, and it was attached to a tree he must have chopped down. I don't think he even noticed it was there.
Mm.
uh
How certain are you in that statement, Jack?
Very.
Well,
I've
if it
seen
was
it
his,
attached.
wouldn't he have like taken it off or something? And
Very smart, Jack. Very astute.
if it was his key, why would he put it on a tree to begin with? I don't know. Yeah, makes
We're
no
lucky to have
sense.
you, Jack. Thank you.
Shucks.
Mm,
Making me go all peach colored. I don't know.
pukey.
Wait, peaches on
Are-
red.
are
Yeah.
his- are-
Well, that's
are his
probably why it
two-
makes him queasy.
Are his two axes in the tent?
You double check.
Yeah,
They are.
they are. Cool.
Yes. One of them's being held by the doggo.
Good.
Lucy is
that's-
being held, or the other
Mhm.
one?
I think he
Yeah,
has
Lucy.
Lucy, yeah.
Hmm.
And the other one's real, right? It's not an illusion. It's there if I touch it.
There are also hand axes as well. Everything seems to be real.
Okay.
Yeah. There's no like fake axes in here. I see what you're doing. You're being double checking everything.
I know we got
You're used to
some
the
tricksters in the party.
Mhm.
Mhm. Okay. All right. But no, they're real. You test them and they feel like solid.
Well, let's
Um,
pocket the key, and
Mhm.
let's get out of here. We don't need to be stealing from this guy. You can go
Yeah,
talk.
as you look around, the mist and the fog begin to slowly part in the distance that was surrounding this area. And looking off into the distance, you actually see what this thing is finally tethered to. And it just looks like a little landmass, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Okay. This thing, it begins moving, and all the roots underneath begin to lift up. And you hear this just ginormous creaking and rumbling sound as every single root begins moving on, and the mountain itself begins to lurch forward, and you see the entire ground being dragged forwards. And this canoe that you're on, it starts to be pulled with it. And Ulric's like, "Whoa!" on the raft as he kind of like falls down onto the logs. You guys are leaving anyone who's not on behind.
Well,
Um.
I think we should take our leave, and I'll hop off.
Do we want to investigate the big mountain before we?
It's moving. We should.
Yeah, we can.
We remember we found that strange rut through the ground. I'm assuming this is how he's getting around with all these logs. Is this like giant thing?
Mhm.
Is that thing like a normal like Feywild thing? Is this?
I've never seen anything like that. The
What-
mountain is moving, and it's clearly the result of that massive river that got made just moments earlier.
The source. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering if it's like a normal Feywild moving mountain, or if it's this is something new. I don't know.
It's probably like a giant creature, right? Can we look at it?
I'll tell you what, there is, if you're looking at it, now with the mists kind of parting, there is something peculiar that you wouldn't have noticed before. But at the very top of this mountain, there seems to be a peculiar rock formation. And it is in the shape of... Well, there's an opening that is in the shape of a keyhole. And I'll just take you to the actual map to show you this exactly.
Oh, guys,
There's-
come on.
It's kind of a giveaway once you see it. Let's go here. Oh, here we go. All right. Where are we?
We're like down here, right?
Reveal.
We
Yes.
might be here.
Okay. This is kind of what you're seeing.
Whoa!
You see the thing? Yeah, this is it's not feet, but it's rather gigantic roots that are just moving this entire mountain. And yeah, the mist that was surrounding the kind of base has slightly parted now. It seems as though after the conflict has been resolved, the fogginess has parted. And now, looking way up and into the distance, you see the formation and that massive keyhole opening on the mountain.
I feel like we should
There's
pull
a
Garreth
winding
onto the
path.
canoe and climb up to this mountain. I feel like it'll be.
Yeah, I now that I know what it is, yeah, 100%. Everybody on board.
We're gonna climb the rope to that mountain. I think.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
climb. Oh,
We can pull on the rope to get closer to the mountain and then board the mountain.
fair
True.
enough. That's better. I can't climb.
Okay, let me also take you here. Yeah, perfect. We got some art of this as well. In the
I
top
can-
right,
Well, there it
you should
is.
Oh, there it
see-
is.
This is what you're looking at right here.
Yeah, we would definitely want to go up there. Oh my god.
Yeah, especially with the key we
Yeah,
just
yeah.
found. How could we not?
Yeah, we found a key.
Right?
Yeah,
You've
yeah.
had a key, and there's a giant keyhole moving away from you, and yeah, it makes.
mean, we're moving with
makes
it.
sense.
I'm not one
Right,
for
you're moving
fate,
with it now.
but I'm not one for fate, but this has got to be fate.
This has got to
This
be.
isn't fate. This is story.
It could be a story. I don't know. Anyways, I'm kind of the only one who can get up there, maybe.
Oh,
Jack
can
says,
climb
well,
the
actually, I
rope.
can't teleport 60 feet, can I? Oh, you want to climb it? Yeah, be my guest. Did anyone do any rope? Did anyone do any tightrope walking in the carnival?
hey,
Notices.
somebody did.
On type rope.
Also, Jack, you are sticky enough to climb up there.
Maybe. All right. Garreth, you hop onto the raft with Jack, and everyone's now being pulled along.
While we were treating everything,
Unless you want to be left behind.
while we were treating everything, was that enough for a short rest?
Well, as you're treating him, you can take a short rest, yeah.
Ooh. Short rest.
Because at this point, this thing just drags you continuously. Like you're free to just wait it out, hoping that maybe it'll eventually stop. But it doesn't for a long time. So you can take a short rest here.
But yeah, we can climb up the mountain. We can climb up the rope. We have the block and tackle. Actually, we can.
I will tightrope rock across the rope, following in Notus's footsteps. Notus, show me how it's done.
White tightrope.
Notus?
Yep.
Slimy hands.
Slimy hands.
I mean, white walking over the rope.
You can roll with advantage. Because you actually did do the tightrope walking, but 15 is pretty good. It's a success. It's steady going. Thankfully, where the raft is pulled taut, it makes the rope very straight. The difficulty is in going uphill, and you're making it across carefully, one foot in front of the other. And do you use anything to balance?
Not really. I don't really think I have anything to balance. All I do is sort of gust myself if I find myself leaning one side or the other, just to...
We are dealing with an air genasi.
Oh, there you go. Do you see Notus moving across the rope? There's no, wobble or... There's no bounce to the rope. It seems as though Notus is almost as light as a feather moving across it. And... if they are like a feather, that means the gusts of wind would normally knock someone off, but it's almost as if the wind behaves in their favor as they're crossing the rope. And you're making steady progress. You finally get to the very top, but it's a slanted hillock. There is a nice stake in it that you can hold on to and steady yourself, but yeah, you're basically holding on at a 90-degree angle onto the side of this mountain. Is there anything you want to do once you get up here?
Titan? I can have handed you Titans and things. We have them.
Let me just have a look.
Did I mention... Oh, no, I completely forgot to. There was something I was supposed to do, and there's something I was supposed to do for you in the
Where?
in the inn Notus, but I'll tell you now because it's just reminded me. Whilst you are basically taking your short rest, you see your balloon animal, your flamingo. It stands up on one leg, which you've not seen it move up till now. And then it suddenly stands on one leg during the rest period. Yeah, how do you react to this?
Oh.
I stare at it for a moment, and then I copy it, I guess.
You stand on one leg too?
Yeah, why not?
Perfect. All right.
If it's suddenly moved in that position, I'm going to want to do it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
By the way...
So, you feel extra rested at the end of this short rest. Like, it feels as though you've completed a rest in half the time, practically. And then by the time you finish... by the time the other ones finish, you feel even more, well rested. That's the only way I can describe it for now. Because I can't see anything on your sheet that would have been affected. So all I can say is that you're feeling very refreshed, and it's you don't ache in the slightest. Oh, and your after that battle as well, yes, your swan would have done another victory dance, giving you another hit point. Ta-da.
1 hit point or 10? Oh, well, cool.
Yeah, 1 hit point. And yeah, it does a little dance. It does flap its wings. Got a triumph ceremony.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dancing.
Hell
dancing.
yeah.
Okay, question about what we're currently dealing with, though.
Sorry, go on, Notus.
What, like, obviously you say this is a 90-degree situation.
Yeah.
Is it like a straight down
holding on.
drop, or is it like diagonally going down the rope?
So there's the rope is sort of is long enough that it is not as steep as the 90-degree angle. What you've climbed up onto is at a 90-degree angle, but the rope is like more like like this, I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna sort of
And you're
sit kind of like on the like piton and kind of wrap my leg around it to hold myself in place, and I'm gonna try and fashion not like a pulley but almost like a seat, and use the length of rope that I've got to make, you know, when you go to like a park and you like seat swings and it literally like drags you all the way down, but in a way that I'm potentially able to pull another person up in this seat.
Okay. Yeah, you can fashion this pretty easily. And anyone, if you need any tools or anything, yeah, you can always pass up kittens or whatever.
Yep.
I have a crowbar.
Here you guys. Like a situation like that, right? So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it's up.
I will attempt.
And then
But wait, so.
I will attempt to tightrope walk across and follow Notus.
Okay. Yep. Sure.
I'll do it the hard way. I'm literally making a seat so you guys can get up. But sure.
He can't be outdone. He must try.
I
And
want
do
to
it the
try.
fancy way.
Fair enough.
Go ahead. No.
And then I will use my luck boon that I've been saving to roll an extra d8 to add to this.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh, your fortune.
There we go. 12.
That's
13.
13. I can do
It's
math.
not bad. Yeah, you know what? There's still a little bit of exhaustion wearing on you. If only you could somehow replicate Notus's one-legged stand, you might feel as rested. But a 13, I will say this: you make it halfway across. When you start to wobble, you feel yourself fall, and then suddenly, by some sheer luck, you're able to rebalance and reorientate yourself just in time. And thank God too, because at this point you're already quite high up. It'd be a fall, and if you did fall, there's potential that the raft then hits you in the head, you go unconscious, and then under the water. But you steady yourself for just a moment, and you've made it halfway across. So it's not a fail, but it's not a full success either.
So I gotta roll again, is what you're telling me?
Exactly. Yeah. One more roll, and you might make it all the way across.
I will channel my inner Notus. I will channel it.
Can I use my gust to try and help him stay stable?
I was about to say, yes, you can, and you can roll advantage. But you feel a wind at your back, and it helps propel you forward. That's, again, not the full success, but it's enough to get you the rest of the half away. So Notus really helps you out there as you see him wobble, and then he's about to fall, and then woof, a gust readjusts you.
It takes a village.
Does Ulric just pose up the rope like?
But why are we not just pulling on the rope?
Making a seat? Pulling on the rope? You got to pull an entire raft plus a canoe. That's quite a...
Yeah.
I mean, we can
the other
ditch the
reason
canoe.
No.
But there's an unconscious man in the canoe.
Yeah,
and a dog.
The other thing is, it's hard to pull yourself when the thing in front of you is moving at quite a pace as well. But I'll tell you what, notice if you wish to create this kind of seat, kind of carry, right? You're like hooking it over the rope and then sending it down. Yeah. Okay, so this little harness kind of strings along down onto the bottom of the rope, and you've got a rope yourself.
Yep.
Then you can pull them up it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to go
Oh.
over, so that way I could help with pulling everybody.
That will actually be paramount to this because I think you need 2 ropes to make it. So the perfect.
Mhm.
You help
Yeah.
Notus by tying your rope to theirs, and now you've got a long enough one to reach the rest of the party, who you can just ferry up.
Yep.
Like a little gondola. Very nice. Okay, perfect. I'll say one by one. You can pull them up, and you've both got the strength to do it. So I won't make you roll on that count. Eventually, you all steady yourselves on the side of this massive mountain that's moving and grinding its way through the swamp. The pathway that you spotted from a distance, it does start down here, but you're gonna like rotate around the base of the mountain to get to it. And I'll drag you to the actual map. Yeah. Oh, I got even more art. Hell yeah, why not? I like this one as well. It's good.
I feel like you were almost sad that we almost skipped the walking mountain.
Almost.
I didn't
you
know
would
what
have
it
seen
was.
it eventually.
Yeah.
It's moving all the time. Oh, this is more like at the peak. But still, this is what you kind of see way off in the distance. There is that mountain, like there's a big rock formation on the top of the mountain, and you can see that it's got this kind of keyhole-shaped structure in front of it. There are around here dotted mangroves as well, and their shadows stretch out onwards as the low-hanging sun, the twilight hits them. And there's this clear pathway that leads all the way up, winding its way to the top. And let's drag you to this map as well.
It's like you don't own a token with vision in this scene.
And now I do. No, wait, I don't.
Oh, I've put the art at the top. I forgot I did that. Cool. All right. Well, you're going to be over here. Jumping Junipers are down there.
Ooh.
There we go. Perfect. You can't see anything else, can you?
I see a path snailing upwards.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, that's the one.
Yep.
All right. That's everything you see then. Right here is the ancient-looking structure atop the hill. It's got a little rope bridge as well attached to one section. Yeah, looks more fun. Okay, here we go. You were also greeted by the scent of sweet-smelling fruit. Damp, downy, silvery green moss blankets a gentle upward slope before giving way to a craggy ridge that marks the top of the hill. There are dozens of enormous willow trees that seem to dot the hillside, swaying as though in a breeze, despite the actual absence of one.
Baird will just sort of say out loud, "Why does this remind me of the mystery mine?"
Oh, I'm gonna shudder when he says that. Oh my gosh. Do I see obscurity anywhere?
Do I see falling rocks?
No. Far too bright out to be obscurity's domain.
Alright.
Falling rocks? There are some precariously at the edges of the mountain.
I will continue along the path, keeping my eyes peeled.
Yep. We're paying attention to if they... we're looking at any rocks like they might fall.
If the rocks are gonna fall, I will punch them out of the air.
Yeah, we've seen how that worked out.
Yeah.
It worked out great last time. I don't know what you're talking about, Garreth.
Definitely didn't almost die to illusionary rocks.
As you take in the scene and head up the path, winding your way, you hear the distant sound of keys jingling. You can't seem to make out their source. Almost like a wind chime you hear like in a distant kind of garden, right?
It's the shrooms.
What shrooms?
The sound of keys jingling. Garreth, Baird will look at Garreth and say, "Lord, Mr. Talavar's key may be here."
I hope. Maybe.
Stay towards the side, away from like the rocks. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There is a giant crack in the middle of this here walkway.
Oh, don't step on the crack, or else
you'll
you'll
break
break
your
your back.
Don't step on a line, you'll break your spine.
What happens if I step on a pumpkin?
Well, that's
then
right.
you're a pumpkin.
You're a pumpkin.
We'll
Yeah.
make you a dumpkin.
Yeah.
Oh, Jack, please let me step on you. I want to be a pumpkin so bad. Please, just a
No,
little
not a
bit. Just a little
pumpkin.
bit.
A dumpling. A pumpkin. Oh.
Jack, come on, please. You could be brothers.
I'm not. I don't want to be stepped on.
Just a.
When you step on the cupcake,
What happens if you step on a Vaike?
You become opaque.
You become.
Oh, that sounds cool.
I will eat my infinite pumpkin muffin.
All right.
I don't give you strength. I don't give him strength.
Make a con save,
say-
please.
Just as you're about to bite into the cupcake, you're suddenly rudely interrupted as you hear a crack, and suddenly hear the clutter of stones from above. You called it. You literally called it. And I'll say, because you're probably on the lookout for such a threat, I'll let everyone roll advantage, because I mean you literally called it. So
Can I
where is this
have
thing?
advantage to punch it out of the air? Or is it too big to be punched out of the air?
Oh yeah, this is a boulder, not a It's more like a landslide, right?
Oh,
Here,
word.
here's
Yeah,
the
let's get
up.
out of the way. It's acrobatics with advantage.
Oh, sorry.
Or dexterity save.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm just gonna find out where the my notes are for it. It's on there. But it's gonna be. It's probably dex save. Yeah, you know what? Just let's everyone roll a dex save with advantage.
Dex save with advantage.
Oh, poor
Mhm.
Ulric.
I don't even need notes to run this thing anymore.
Nice.
I will give Vaike a bardic
Hmm.
inspiration because I'm not letting him get smushed again.
Dude,
I've
I'll
seen
just
that
punch
before.
the rock. I appreciate it though. Bird, if you roll another 6, that'd be crazy. Okay, that's
Oh.
a 5.
5's good. All right.
So that's
I
a
imagine
15
Baird
total.
literally grabs Vaike as he's about to punch a rock and pulls it backwards.
Yeah, by the scruff of my neck as I'm about to connect with the rock.
Yeah, brilliant. Those are all passes in my book.
Did you roll for Ulric?
Ulric's right at the back, and I feel like it'd be me.
Like, rolling
I mean,
escape while you're not here is.
Yeah,
fine.
there you go. You good. Yeah, you're fine. Ulrich has the danger sense, and he's like, "Oh, what? Oh, shit!" and, charges back the way he came down the hill. You do all narrowly avoid this landslide, having seen this kind of thing before in the Mystery Mine. This actually does harken back, and the memories of the distant carnival spring forth and give you that moment of adrenaline to dodge from your demise.
My
Fantastic.
brain
Wow.
goes back. Vaike is about to punch a rock.
He's done this before. Grab him.
How did that work out again?
I think it didn't work, and I just
It
took a
didn't
bunch of.
work.
I-
You got the vision
No,
of being
it didn't.
crushed.
But I can't quite
Yeah.
remember.
You got the vision of being crushed and all of us being sad about you dying.
Yeah.
You guys were at my funeral.
I was the only one that made the check or something.
Yeah.
That's true. It was rough. I think, it was pretty bad. No worries, though. You made it this time. The one time it actually counts.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, what was he saying about not stepping on lines, break a spine?
Mhm.
Who stepped on the line?
Well,
Who was it?
the... Uh-oh.
That was Jack.
Yeah, Jack
Jack.
wasn't paying attention.
Jack in the basket. In the basket.
ground. He jumps into your arms as you see the entire ground begin to swell, split, and that crack widens to become a fissure that threatens to swallow you all.
We didn't see this one coming.
No,
I mean,
it didn't actually.
No, that's the mystery mine. It's the other part of the mystery mine.
It's the road we didn't take.
The hole. This is just the mystery mine again.
This time you can roll an athletics check to basically hold on to the sides before you're. It's unavoidable. It's happening like literally underneath your feet. So the best chance you've got of avoiding it is just grabbing onto something or holding onto the ledge.
Did you say hold?
Yeah. Oh shit! You're right.
You
are sticky.
So he's rolling normal.
I'll roll with disadvantage if that will give me a roll. I rolled an 18 for my first one, so I'll roll again.
You would normally like auto fail. Yeah, go ahead. Roll another one.
All right, let's see. Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, that nearly went on one.
I will give Garreth a bardic inspiration.
Oh my god, just full send on these. I love it.
Is that the last one?
Yep.
It is.
It might well be.
But it's a 10. It's at least something.
A 10. Okay. Everyone, I think Garreth might be the only one. I wish I could find my notes for this. It's pretty much easy to run though, I'm sure. Vaike, you are seeing that the hands are swelling up with mucus, but of course, from earlier where Jack topped you up, he said he would. The stickiness is enough to counteract, and you like dig in your nails and your hands right into the wedges of the stone, such that even if you did slip, you're still like holding onto something. You dig in your feet as well. Can't forget those; they're part of climbing. And you're holding on for dear life as the crevasse does open up.
I have my balloon animal that increases my climb speed by 1.
That is also true. Garreth, you are not quite as fortunate. And what everyone sees is Garreth is swallowed by the earth.
Can I throw my cuddly toy spider to Garreth as he falls?
What? Oh!
The one that gives you a climb
speed.
Climbing speed.
That's true. You could do that. You
can
let it fall down after him.
Garreth. If that's the
I'll
case,
throw it as hard as I can towards Garreth.
As soon as I see Garreth go down, I'll drop as well, and I'll try to be like speeding bullet chase him down.
No, don't.
And while
don't.
I'm doing it. I think Garrett's gonna die.
No,
I've got Jack. Jack can save me.
I
don't know. He might.
It's all happening at split second rate. Can Jack actually do anything to save you in this moment?
Sticky puddle.
Sticky puddle.
Sticky puddle. Oh yeah, tie you down.
That kind of won't do it. It's got to be on the ground, right? And you're falling, and there is no ground.
I can throw you the cuddly toy spider. I think that'll work.
Either that. Well, you can either use that, or Vaike can come to your rescue. I'm gonna say, why don't we do this way? Vaike and Bed, just roll me dex, and we'll see who reacts first. And whichever one gets it, then they can do that thing. All right? Because I know. Oh wow, flipping hell! That 20 on Vaike. They are not giving up. Okay, you are first to react, Vaike, because you've seen Garreth falling.
I'm kicking off. Crown of the Monarch. I'm gonna fly. I'll save them.
That's fun.
Hell yeah. Awesome. I like it. Garreth, you feel yourself falling, and as you're descending, the darkness is also all-encompassing. You feel clawed hands grabbing onto you and pulling you further down, and Vaike emerges with his beautiful butterfly wings that spread out with this golden light
and
banish these shadowy hands. You hear hisses and sounds of like screams, as though some sort of darkness is being repelled from the light. And suddenly Vaike grabs you in your arms and lifts you out of the darkness. And
it feels like that's making these noises.
Oh yeah, these eyes in the dark. There are where are they? Let me find them. Hold on.
Oh no! I'm glad I did this. I don't think the spider toy would have saved you.
They're here. Oh yeah. Here we go. The fear of falling to your death is almost manifesting as these creatures, and these eyes stare back at you. These white eyes that are like reflective in the darkness. Can't make out what they are. They're just almost like pure shadows. You was asking about obscurity earlier. Well, this certainly looks like their realm. And these creatures, there's so many of them. They suddenly try to grab onto Garreth. And as they leap up, like grabbing onto his legs and pulling him, Vaike, your butterfly wings just banish them back. And they sort of sizzle out from the light. And you swoop in, grab him, and airlift him back to safety.
Mm-hmm.
Ew, that was close.
Woo!
Garreth, you're okay. Oh, Jack grabs onto you. I mean,
Of course I am.
take a little tumble there. Oh.
Of course he is.
That
I
would've
never
been-
let Garreth get hurt when I'm around.
You.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey, bud. I do the same for you, alright? So calm down. That doesn't give you
Here's a
permission to
little-
jump in the hole, Jack, okay?
Oh.
Jump it
He's
all.
like starting to lower. He's starting to lower himself down.
Oh,
Leans-
Jack.
Teleports back up. Yeah, just kidding.
So since I got the wings out, I guess I'll fly up and I'll see what's going on in here.
You can
Yeah,
pull
absolutely.
everyone.
You can fly.
You can use our rope seat trick to carry everyone past the rope bridge. We've dealt with the path long enough.
I'll just scout
know-
ahead. You guys stay put. Just stay put, Garrett. Stay put. Don't go anywhere unsupervised.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
I hate to be that person, but I do have to go.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We should.
Potty pooper.
We'll pick up next
Hey.
time. What's in the hole?
What hole?
I'm just kidding.
Key
All right,
hole.
we'll take you into the hole. I'll
Hey.
give you the description of what's inside, and then we'll wrap up. Okay, guys?
Wait, what hole?
So-
The keyhole or the other hole? The crack hole?
Keyhole.
No, the keyhole.
Do we have
so
art of
inside
the crack
Vaike-
hole?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 1 second. Vake's on it right now. So, yeah, interior. You see a sight that you didn't quite expect for such a dangerous mountain that's trying to kill you. There's suddenly like a warm welcome mat or equivalent. There seems to be little pebbles and stones lined up to spell out the words in common. May every door find its key. And this interior is dug out and smoothed, fit for, like, human footsteps. And there's even a set of stairs that lead down to the left. And you can even see a little bit of torchlight just emanating from down those stairs. And once again, as soon as you arrive on this, you hear a slight distant jingle of keys that echoes up from that staircase. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session. Yeah. Okay. Have a little look for yourselves. I'll drag one of you. Oh, it's very dark in there, but I'll drag your tokens up there. You can have a little look for
I
yourself.
can see.
It's not
Yeah.
like there's people with dark vision or something.
Not I, the human variant.
All right, there you go. But yeah, thanks guys for playing. You did fantastic. Little side missions here, avoiding the big events. Hopefully Ulric's back next week for that with the tollway. But you did a little nice little bit of exploration on the hex crawl. I'll reveal a couple more tiles for you, and there you go.
We almost
But
filled
yeah,
out the
we'll
bottom
end the
path.
stream here.
Oh, so we're
Yeah.
over here now. Yeah. Oh, so I get what you're saying.
That's it.
So this path over here on this one, that was
Ah.
going to here.
Yep.
Yes.
I see. Yes. And then this
Yeah.
one was down to the woodsman's. See.
Okay, yeah.
Which one?
It's confusing.
Yeah, it makes sense too.
It makes sense now, yeah.
Mhm.
All right. We'll see you all next week. And hello,
What do you mean
Night
next
404
week?
says the
Tomorrow
pumpkin.
and Wednesday.
Oh, and
Next week.
tomorrow
Next week-
Wednesday. Yeah,
Next week for the rest of the group. Yep.
Plenty more streams coming up. All right.
Oh wait,
see you.
no,
Bye for now.
tomorrow no stream.
Bye bye.